finals, but how are you and the team feeling about this matchup?
Yeah, we feel good. We had a good week of practice. We were able to obviously get our guys some rest, but then get some quality work in. You get into the grind of the season. You don't get many practices consecutively, so it was nice to get in the gym and make sure we could work on some stuff that we wanted to get accomplished. And I think we had a good week, and now it's about making sure our guys are ready to play tonight.
Let's start by talking about the Waves, who finished the regular season at 10-21 and 4-14 in conference play, but have caught fire here at the Orleans Arena, trying their season-best 3-game winning streak to get to these very semifinals. Point guard Mo Odom has been spectacular in this tournament, averaging 22 points and 11 assists per game in the tournament, as has been Stefan Todorovic, averaging 24 per game here in Las Vegas. Now, you have to factor in tired legs for Pepperdine as a disadvantage, now having to play their 4th game in 4 days. But you also have to figure in some advantages as well. First of all, momentum rolling for them, and secondly, a comfort of playing on this court in this venue, as sometimes teams come out a little slower their first time playing in this venue. What kind of competitive edge do you think Pepperdine brings into this one?
Yeah, it's always something we talk about if you're playing in this semifinal game, is the team you're playing has played on this court the night before and a little bit more accustomed to playing in the arena. And with these guys, they've played 3 games and they've had success and they're playing really well. And they have 2 guys that are first team all league type talents that have played really well all season. So obviously they've had really good stretch of games, but they've played well all year. So for us, it's making sure that our guys are ready to do their jobs, and we're going to have to try to slow them down as much as possible. They might hit some shots early in that game, but for us, it's make it a 40-minute game, make sure we limit their easy shots. But we thought that both the times we played them, they're a dangerous team. They're really good offensively. Mo Odom's a really, really good point guard. He's one of those unique ones that can score and can punish you with his playmaking as well. So we knew we'd have our hands full no matter who we played, and it happened to be Pepperdine, and hopefully our guys are up for the challenge tonight.
Now, the Gaels have seen Pepperdine twice already this year, but both of those games were back in January. In both games, you were able to hold the Waves to 50 points or less, the only team in the WCC to be able to do that twice. Defensively, how were you able to stymie this explosive offense the first 2 times around? And does the defensive game plan change a little bit going into round 3 of this battle? I know Pepperdine has shaken up their lineup a little bit down the stretch in conference play and here into the postseason.
I think in those first 2 games, we did a pretty good job of limiting, Odom and Todorovic, and we just kind of made it tough for them. And we're going to have to do that tonight. They run flex, they run a lot of ball screens, and they're really good in transition. So in both the first games we've played, and we did a good job in those areas. We kept them out of transition. We didn't let them get any easy points, and then we did a good job guarding them in the pick and roll. So easier said than done. Obviously, playing them a 3rd time, they're playing really well, but we're going to have to do something similar to that. We can't let them get easy points. We can't let them get roll layups, transition buckets, transition threes, and we can't let their life be easy. So we're going to have to do a good job of just making it tough, making it gritty, and making it a 40-minute game.
Seems like playing St. Mary's basketball is the answer to that one. Now over to your Gaels, 27-4, 17-1 in conference play, coming into this tournament as the regular season WCC champs and number 1 overall seed. And for your team, Coach, you haven't played in 9 days, your longest layoff of the season. Share with me a little bit of how these last 9 days have been and the balance of keeping your team locked in while also making sure they're in the best physical shape for tonight's game.
Yeah, it's unique. You go through stretches of a season where you're playing, it feels like every other day in conference. You have some Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, but you get on a consistent rhythm of your season, and then all of a sudden you don't play for a while. And, for us, I think it was a little bit needed. The league season, we talked on the pregame show a lot. It was a gauntlet of a schedule, and we did a pretty good job, obviously, of taking it game by game, but it gave us a chance to, all right, let's freshen up, let's get in the weight room, let's try to fine-tune some things that we maybe weren't able to work on as much during the year. And that's what we did. So, we got them healthy, we got them rested, but then we also got after a little bit. And, in the season, you have to taper off your practice a little bit, so it was nice to be able to get some quality work in, and defensively, offensively, we needed to make some adjustments. So we allowed us to do that, and now as we tapered into when it was game time today, we got our guys' heads going towards we're getting ready to play, we're getting ready to compete. So we just tried to ramp it up a little bit.
Now, in your previous two matchups against Pepperdine, it was really the Luke Barrett show in both of those games. He not only led your team in scoring in both of those matchups, but also drew the assignment of Stefan Todorovic defensively and really did a good job locking up the Waves' dynamic three-man. Now, Luke has been a leader on and off the court all season long. Now in his 5th year here at St. Mary's. He gets an honorable mention all-conference nod for the first time in his career. He gets his 3rd WCC all-academic nod as well, and has just seemed to be the ultimate team culture glue guy for your team. Talk about how proud you've been of Luke's development over the last 5 years, from walk-on to one of the bona fide leaders of this year's squad.
Yeah, I mean, he's been awesome. Obviously, kind of epitomizing what St. Mary's, our program is about, and he came in as a walk-on, and he just kind of kept fighting. He kept battling. He got hurt his first year, but then after that, he kept chipping away, and he never complains, never pouts. It's just, how can I get better? How can I help the team win? And that attitude is what got him to where he's at now, and what makes him such a great leader is now it's the same type of attitude, but now he's one of our key guys. So it helps our team. It gives us an edge. It gives us a toughness. And, the growth from each year has been huge. But even from last year to this year, we lost Dukas, Mason Forbes. We lost some great senior leadership, and we needed some guys to step up, and he really did that. And we thought he was capable of it, but, now seeing it after, going through these 31 regular season games, it's been really fun to watch.
Time now, Coach, for tonight's Bay Alarm keys to the game. What will it take for the Gaels to end this storybook run by the Pepperdine Waves here in the WCC semifinals?
Yeah, number one thing I think is take care of the ball. That goes a long way, especially in games like tonight where it's a new arena. They've played here. Just take care of the ball, make sure we get great shots, and that will help to keep them out of transition. We got to do a good job of transition D, keep them off the three-point line, but Mo Odom's, he's a monster in transition. He finds everyone. He can score it. He can do a little bit of everything. So we'll have to do a good job of slowing him down in transition. And then, we got to smash the boards. We've done a good job finishing the year there, and we have the advantage there, but we're going to have to do it for 40 minutes tonight.
Those are tonight's keys to the game, brought to you as always by Bay Alarm. With a range of home and business security options, Bay Alarm can protect it all with just one call. We've got the story of the WCC regular season, the 17-1 St. Mary's Gaels in conference play, taking on the story of the WCC postseason so far, the 9-seed Pepperdine Waves. Starting lineups and opening tip are next here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Bay Alarm is proud to sponsor the St. Mary's Gaels. How good is your defense? When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for over 75 years, with security camera and fire alarm systems designed to fit your specific needs, expertly installed and professionally monitored 24/7. Ready to up your security game? Go to bayalarm.com and let our team of security experts get you protected today. Go Gaels.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life and your choices with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age, but there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Independently owned for over 25 years, Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one. Offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management, Heffernan is a one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. That's Heffernan Insurance, hefins.com.
Panini.
It's time for tip-off. Now let's go courtside.
Time now for tonight's starting lineups, brought to you as always by University Credit Union, official credit union of St. Mary's College. Visit ucu.org to join today. Starting lineup first for the designated visitors today, the Pepperdine Waves, same way that they've gone the last 15 now consecutive games. The point guard is Mo Odom. We touched on him a little bit in the pregame show, but Odom third in the country at 7.7 assists per game is Odom, the terrific junior transfer from Pacific, now playing for Pepperdine. Joining him in the backcourt will be Stefan Todorovic, the conference's second leading scorer at 18.5 points per game. Todorovic, another in-conference transfer, came over from the University of San Francisco, the senior wearing number 7. That's the backcourt for Pepperdine. Front court, they'll go with 3 forwards. It'll be Danilo Dozic, who will get the start. That's new compared to when the Gaels saw Pepperdine back in January. The Waves back in January were a team that went with the more traditional 3-guard, 2-forward look, but now going bigger. It'll be Danilo Dozic, the sophomore, as well as Dovydas Butka, the sophomore from Lithuania, and the big center, Bubakar Koulibaly. Bubakar Koulibaly, the leading shot blocker in this conference. Once again, the starters for Pepperdine, it'll be Mo Odom, Stefan Todorovic, Danilo Dozic, Dovydas Butka, and Bubakar Koulibaly. That is the lineup for first-year head coach Ed Schilling. And the Pepperdine Waves, the 9 seed in this tournament, lost 7 of 8 games to finish out the regular season. But hey, they are 3-0 in Vegas, the Cinderella story so far this tournament. And the starting lineup for your Gaels, and if you've been listening to the Gaels all season long, we'll say it again. The same starting lineup, game 1 through game 32, and it starts with the player of the year in the conference, Augustas Marciulionis, the point guard for your Gaels, averaging 14.4 points and 6 assists per game. He will be flanked by Jordan Ross and Luke Barrett on the wings. Ross, the sophomore out of Pleasant Grove, Utah, actually leads the team in assist to turnover ratio at 3.4, a very impressive number. Ross, really a ball handler, getting the start at the 2-guard, but again, he will handle the ball as well if Pepperdine tries to take Marciulionis out of inbound plays. And Luke Barrett getting his first all-conference nod, an honorable mention all-conference member, a 3-time all-academic member of the WCC. He gets the start again at the 3 and will draw the assignment of Stefan Todorovic, as we talked about in our pregame show with associate head coach Mickey McConnell. Barrett's numbers this season, 9.7 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, and coined by his teammates and coaching staff as arguably the best offensive rebounding 3-man in the country. Front court, you got the top 2 rebounders in the conference that make up the starting backcourt, or starting front court, I should say, for your Gaels. The leading rebounder in the conference, Paulius Morauskas, starts at the 4, 13 points, 8.1 rebounds per game. Mitchell Saxon, the starting center, 10.4 points, 8.0 rebounds. Good for second in the conference. He also is second in the country in offensive rebounding. Again, the starting 5 for head coach Randy Bennett. It'll be point guard Augustas Marciulionis, shooting guard Jordan Ross, small forward Luke Barrett, power forward Paulius Morauskas, and center Mitchell Saxon. For the St. Mary's Gaels, 27-4 on the season, 17-1 in West Coast Conference play. The back-to-back West Coast Conference regular season champs. First time they've done that in program history, and now looking to go back-to-back at the WCC tournament. The Credit Union won West Coast Conference Men's Basketball Championship officially. And again, the Gaels the favorites in this tournament. But the talk of the tournament, their opponent tonight, the Pepperdine Waves, the 9 seed, making it all the way to these semifinals tonight. Pepperdine in their navy blue road uniforms, white numbers trimmed in orange. And your Gaels in their home whites, likely what they will wear throughout this tournament. And they'll hope they can keep that going, wearing those uniforms, a home color jersey in the NCAA tournament. Selection Sunday comes up at the end of this week, but we have playoff basketball in the WCC. It's the Gaels and the Waves. Gaels will be moving left to right across your radio dials. Pepperdine right to left. We've talked about the record for the Gaels. Pepperdine 13-21, 4-14 in conference play. Just avoided having to play on opening day of this tournament as the 9 seed, 10-11 play on opening day. But they've been playing since day 2 of this tournament. 3 games in 3 days. This will be game 4 for them. They're not a very deep team. In fact, yesterday against Santa Clara went just 7 deep. Again, maybe some of the deeper guys on this bench rested by Coach Schilling in that game to save them. That would be a heck of a move, a confident move for Coach Schilling. But he may have pulled it out of the bag of tricks as guys like Tajau Duke, guys like David Major, Alonzo Foray, Kyle Braun, Mike Saunders Jr., Alex Leba did not play yesterday against Santa Clara, so they may be fresh. It was 7 guys. It was the 5 starters we mentioned earlier: Mo Odom, Stefan Todorovic, Bubakar Koulibaly, Duvidas Butka, and Danilo Dozic, as well as off the bench Jackson Olvera and Zion Bethea, who appeared against Santa Clara in the victory. 78-76 in that one for Pepperdine. Pepperdine has won 3 games in this tournament: 86-73 over Portland in their opener, 77-73 against Oregon State, and 78-76 against Santa Clara. Our officiating crew today: Tony Padilla, Gregory Nixon, and Rick Crawford. It'll be Saxon and Koulibaly to jump it up here as it was in games 1 and 2 between the Waves and Gaels. Again, Gaels in their white uniforms, red numbers trimmed in navy. Pepperdine in blue, white numbers trimmed in orange. Gaels left to right across your radio dial. Pepperdine right to left. Opening tip won by Koulibaly, retrieved by Odom in the backcourt, and we are underway. Mo Odom with the assignment. It's Augustus Marshallonis. Cuts to his right, does Odom, now throws it up top to Todorovic, and as we expected, it is Barrett on Todorovic, even though Todorovic starts at the 2. Butka down low to Koulibaly, wants to go to work against Saxon. Saxon standing tough there, here comes the double, it's poked away by Morauskas, and Marshallonis with it. 4-on-4 is the break, now a trailer. Morauskas comes in, Marshallonis finds him. Marshallonis bounce pass, or beg your pardon, Morauskas bounce pass to Saxon. Saxon spins and goes underneath and scores it. Reverse layup is good. And the Gaels on the board first. It's 2-0. Gaels leading Pepperdine. Here's Butka with it. Defending him is countryman, and that's Morauskas. Now a 3 for Todorovic, leaves it short. Good defense there by Barrett to stay tight to Todorovic. He doesn't need a lot of space to get that shot off, but Barrett giving him 0 breathing room, and it misses short. Gaels with it. Down low, it's Saxon. Saxon on the way up. Thought he was hacked. Doesn't get the call. Tries to get the offensive rebound, but it's ripped away by Danilo Dozic, and he gives it off to Mo Odom. Odom, as we mentioned, averaging 7 assists a game, but only 4 assists in the 2 games against the Gaels, including a season-low 1 back in Moraga in early November. Whistle blows, and we'll have an early foul here. I think they'll get Morauskas here on Dozic as the Gaels brought the double. Morauskas tried to stick his paws in to poke it away from Dozic, not all that dissimilar to what he did to Koulibaly a play ago, but he is whistled for the reach. First foul on Morauskas. Ball inbounded to Todorovic from Odom. Todorovic. Now Butka over to Dozic. Dozic to Koulibaly, outside the arc, now over to Odom. Odom gets plenty of separation, throws up the lob. It's batted away by Saxon. Rising up to try and get to that one was Koulibaly, but Saxon with the quick hands gets another steal for the Gaels. This is Marshallonis with it. Marshallonis, Saxon outside the arc. One dribble, then hands it off to Ross. Ross pulls up from the elbow. Good! And he's fouled. Jordan Ross with a chance at a 3-point play in the early going. 4-0 Gaels, 18-12 remaining in this first half. Ross heading to the line for a chance at one more. Jordan Ross this season, 71.4% from the stripe, 55 of 77. He's been getting up and up the free throw shooting percentage from the lefty, but can't get this one to go. Front iron, back iron, and out. Rebounded by Todorovic and over to Mo Odom. Odom swings it, Koulibaly outside the arc. Gaels not really worried about him out there. Gives it to Todorovic in the short corner. Todorovic jab step, then pulls up from 15. No good. Again, Barrett with the defense. Ross with the rebound. He'll run the offense. Jordan Ross swings it to Marshallonis. 25 on the shot clock. Todorovic with the assignment. Now Saxon. Saxon hands it off to Barrett, then sets a screen. Switching on to him is Koulibaly. And Saxon gets the mismatch with Todorovic, receives it in the post. Here comes the double. Marshallonis, Barrett, extra pass to Ross. Ross, 9 on the shot clock. Ross into the paint, spins, whistle blows, and his pivot foot slid there. That's going to be a travel. And the first turnover today for the Gaels. Already 2 forced on Pepperdine, now 1 for the Gaels. Pepperdine only turned the ball over 9 times yesterday against Santa Clara. Really was one of their keys to success, was taking care of the basketball. And with a point guard like Odom, they do that very well. Dozic. Now in the corner, it's Koulibaly. Koulibaly over up top to Odom. Now Dozic again. Dozic hands it off to Todorovic. Todorovic rips, drives. Todorovic downhill, up and under, score it in the foul. Todorovic has the first bucket of the day for Pepperdine. The foul was on Saxon, so 1 foul on each of the Gaels' starting 2 big men, Saxon and Morauskas, and now Todorovic to the line where he's as close to automatic as you can get. Stefan Todorovic, 85.5%, and he's been at the line 179 times this season. Really impressive for the former USF Don, former SMU Mustang as well, and converts there to make it a 1-point game. 4-3, 17-12 remaining in half number 1. Marshallonis, outlet pass forward to Ross. Ross working to his left, now near the logo, it's Marshallonis. Marshallonis gets a step on Odom, crossover dribble, jump stop in the paint, spins, left-handed hook is good for Augustus Marshallonis, the defending most outstanding player in this tournament a year ago, as his first bucket, and it's 6-3. Gaels doubling up early on Pepperdine, 16:45 to play in the first half. Butka. Now Koulibaly, the elbow extended, hands it off to Odom. Odom fakes right, gets back left, downhill floater off the window and down. And Mo Odom has been terrific in this tournament. 22 points, 11 assists per game over the last 3 for Mo Odom. And he gets his first bucket. It's 6-5. The score, Gaels lead is just 1. Marshallonis uses the ball screen from Saxon. Pick and roll here. Saxon hits the deck. Marshallonis floater up and good. 8-5 Gaels. Marshallonis, his second consecutive bucket. He has half of St. Mary's points. Dozic up top. Gives it off to Butka. He is the starting 4-man, but he will shoot those similar to the man guarding him, Morauskas. Koulibaly back to Odom. 1 dribble, steps into a 3, misses it wide right, and the rebound to Luke Barrett before he falls towards that baseline and gives it off to his point guard, Augustus Marshallonis. Marshallonis, Todorovic, the assignment. Cuts to his right. Pepperdine seeming to switch on every ball screen. It's now Butka matched up with Marshallonis. 3 Lithuanians on the court right now, and Saxon wants to go to work against Dozic. He's doubling in the paint. Here comes Koulibaly, now finds in the corner. Ross back down low to Saxon, tripled down there. He's blocked, and the ball is tied up between Koulibaly and Saxon, and on the alternating possession, it'll be Gaels basketball with 2 on the shot clock, and we will step aside for our first media timeout. It's the Gaels 8 and Pepperdine 5, 15:29 to play in the first half, just underway here from the Orleans Arena. You're listening to Gaels basketball here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Everywhere. Hey Gaels fans, if you love attending live sporting events and concerts, then be sure to check out Tickets for Less. At ticketsforless.com, you'll find the best selection of tickets to all your favorite events, and you never pay steep per-ticket service fees like you do on other sites. Whether you're looking to see your Gaels or are planning a trip to see a big event in the city, ticketsforless.com should always be your first stop for tickets. Ticketsforless.com, proud partner of St. Mary's Athletics and live event goers everywhere.
My name's Tony Tornado. I write and star in my own shows and movies. My crew knows that I dream of Hollywood. They also know that I love Mountain Dew. But there's so much more they don't know. Sometimes at night, I look up at the stars and think, I know why Mountain Dew's so crucial to my existence, but does anybody else? See, Dew's the green gold circulating through my veins. It makes Tony Tornado believe that he can do anything. So now you know my secret. But there's so much more you don't know.
Do the do.
St. Mary's out to an early 8-5 lead here against Pepperdine. And the Gaels so far, as expected, it's been a steady balance. 4 points from Augustus Marshallonis, 2 from Jordan Ross, and 2 from Mitchell Saxon. For Pepperdine, it's the backcourt getting the scoring going. No shots taken by anyone but Mo Odom and Stefan Todorovic. They've taken all 5 shots for the Waves. They are combined 2 of 5 from the field. 1 free throw for Todorovic as well. Both have missed their first 3-point attempts. Gaels have yet to attempt a 3-pointer. 6 of their 8 points have been scored in the paint. The only one that has not been, that would be the mid-range jumper from Jordan Ross that he converted but could not get the free throw to go. Gaels ahead right now 8-5, as at the media timeout at the time it was taken, the Gaels brought Harry Wessels over to the table for an early substitution. Wessels could replace Morauskas if the Gaels want to go big, or could come on and replace Saxon. We'll see. Gaels going with that 2-tower look and using it to absolute perfection over the final 7 games of the season, and that's what it will be. Marshallonis, Ross, Wessels, Saxon, and Barrett. No subs yet for the Pepperdine Waves, who, remember, on their 4th game in 4 nights, expect to see heavy subbing for them down the stretch. Marshallonis to inbound it with 2 on the shot clock. Surveys his options. Has yet to get it in, and that's a 5-second call. It was about 8 seconds. The Gaels lucky the whistle didn't come sooner. And that's excellent defense by Pepperdine, and now turnovers even at 2 apiece. So a turnover by the Gaels. Points off of the turnovers right now at 4-2 or 4-3 in favor of the Gaels, but Pepperdine could take a lead on that shortly. Dozic. Now Koulibaly, Wessels will guard Koulibaly now, and Saxon will be down low. Baseline drive here by Butka. Gaels, in fact, with a 2-3 zone look, something we haven't seen all year long. Deep 3 is good by Todorovic, and it's 8-all. Pepperdine ties it up for the first time since 0-0. Gaels breaking out the zone there, something we haven't seen all season. Not sure they'll stick with it. Marshallonis uses the ball screen from Wessels. Pick and roll here. Marshallonis backs it out, now down low to Wessels, posting up on Koulibaly. He's doubled down there. Out to Marshallonis. Extra pass to Barrett. Barrett back to Marshallonis. Pump fakes into the paint. Jumper is no good. Misses it short. Ball will go out of bounds. Last touched by Todorovic. Todorovic over pleading his case. I believe that's with Gregory Nixon. And we'll have a substitution here for Pepperdine. Checking on for the first time is number 4, Alonzo Foray. Foray will replace, didn't see the player who came off there. Ball inbounded to Wessels, handed back off to Marshallonis. Marshallonis bounce pass to Saxon, high-low with Wessels. Whistle blows, we'll have a foul. I believe before the shot, they'll get Foray. He hooked Wessels there. First foul on the Waves, or second foul on the Waves, belongs to Foray. 1 on him and 1 on Boubacar Koulibaly, who stepped off and was replaced. Koulibaly has his left shoe off as well. Might have turned the ankle there, so Foray comes on after not playing at all yesterday. Marshallonis down low to Wessels. Post doubled here as Koulibaly heads to the locker room. Barrett, corner 3, too strong on that one. Good box out by Foray. Clearing out the space for Odom. Odom outlet pass forward to Butka. Butka lays it in, and Pepperdine has their first lead. It's 10-8 Waves, 14 and change to play in the first half. Marshallonis refuses the ball screen, now swings it to Barrett. Barrett hands it off to Jordan Ross. Ross up top to run the offense. Saxon wants to go to work. Saxon downhill is blocked by Butka. No, a delayed foul call there on Butka. And Mitchell Saxon will head to the line shooting 2. Looking to end what's been a 2.5-minute scoring drought for the Gaels. Saxon has struggled from the stripe. Just a tad below 60% for the year. Saxon, the 5th-year senior out of Seattle. Misses the first one short off the front iron. So the Gaels will not tie it up on this possession. A chance to make it a 1-point deficit if Saxon can go 1 for 2. Pepperdine fans a little bit rowdy as Crowd still beginning to file in here at the Orleans Arena. Rattles this one out, and Foray gets the rebound. It's an empty trip down the court for Saxon, and the scoring drought continues for the Gaels. Odom crosses over Marshallonis. Baseline jumper, good with a swish. 12-8. Mo Odom continues to dazzle for Pepperdine, and the Gaels' deficit is 4 with 13 and a half minutes to play in the first half. Barrett shovels it back to Ross. Ross has a ball screen from Wessels. He uses it. Now swings it in the corner to Saxon, right back to Ross. Ross on the perimeter, 13 on the shot clock, wants to go to work against Butka, spins, then throws it a bounce pass back to Barrett for 3, yes! 1 point game, 12-11, timely triple for Luke Barrett, ending the 7-0 run for Pepperdine. Butka to Todorovic. Todorovic hampered by Barrett, now out to Odom for 3, he answers with a switch. 15-11, Mo Odom, 7 points already for the Waves. 7 of their 15, 12:45 to go. Mikey Lewis over at the scorer's table for the Gaels. Ross. To his right, in the corner, it's Barrett. Barrett, skip pass down low to Saxon, wants to bump bodies. Here comes the double, Dozic and Butka. Ross to Barrett. Barrett drives baseline, spins, gets Butka off his feet, and finishes off the window with the right-handed finger roll. 2 point game, 15-13 Waves, 12:22 to play here in half number 1, nearing our second media timeout. Pepperdine has converted each of their last 4 shots. And Boubacar Coulibaly back in from the locker room. Odom tries the heat check 3, and the bank is open for Mo Odom. He's to double figures with 10. It's 18-13 Waves. Gaels have yet to find an answer for Mo Odom. Same can be said for just about every team in this tournament. Marshallonis to Ross. Ross down low to Wessels, wants to go to work against Foray. Wessels spins right-handed hook, too strong off the window. Offensive rebound, Luke Barrett, score it. Arms completely hooked there by Butka. No foul called, but earning the points, Luke Barrett. Mo Odom with it. Finds a flaring Todorovic. Todorovic downhill. Can't finish. Barrett given the same physicality to Todorovic and alters the shot. No foul called, and the Gaels with it. Marshallonis, Ross, now Wessels fires in the rocket pass. It was deflected, but still gets there. Wessels, right-handed hook, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Dovidas Butka, and that'll take us to our second media timeout. But the Pepperdine Waves continue to stay hot, and they have taken the lead 18-15, 11-17 to play here in half number 1. You're listening to Gaels Basketball here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Walnut Creek offers Gaels fans quick and easy access to the excitement of a vibrant city and the charm of hometown California, all in one central location. Only 7 miles from campus, Walnut Creek Hotels are the official lodging partners for St. Mary's. In a sunny, upscale, and comfortable environment at the base of Mount Diablo, Walnut Creek brings together an eclectic collection of culture, award-winning shopping, hotels, sports facilities, and cuisine to make you smile at every turn. Go to visitwalnutcreek.org to explore your next adventure.
Since 1990, the team at Common Interest Management has been privileged to serve boards of directors and community homeowners of many of the Bay Area's most prestigious communities. Whether working with a newly established community in the earliest stages of development or a more mature community, our experienced managers consult with the board to share best practices in all areas of community management. Common Interest tailors its services for communities of all sizes. If you are currently evaluating a new management company, please visit us at commoninterest.com.
Listen to St. Mary's Basketball on the Varsity Network all season long. With a win today, the Gaels will next take on the winner of San Francisco and Gonzaga. And that will be tomorrow, March 11th at 6 p.m. Be sure to join us 15 minutes before tip-off of each game. And stay tuned for the 15-minute post-game show. Pepperdine Waves, they started the game 2 for 5 from the field. Since then, 5 of their next 6. And the Waves have taken the lead against the Gaels, 18-15. Pepperdine taking advantage of 2 St. Mary's turnovers to the tune of 6 points. The Gaels have turned the 2 turnovers from Pepperdine into 4 points, but Pepperdine more efficient, hitting a 3-point play off of a turnover and a 3 from Stefan Todorovic. Gaels doubling up on the Waves on the glass, and that's due in big part to 4 offensive boards for the Gaels, but they've only turned that into 2 second chance points. Like to see the Gaels convert on that a little bit better. Pepperdine breaks their huddle. They'll bring on their sharpshooter. That's Zion Bethea. Bethea will come on, as will Koulibaly, replacing Dovidas Butka, as well as Alonzo Faure. For the Gaels, Mikey Lewis, Paulus Morauskas on, replacing Harry Wessels and Jordan Ross. Gaels with a chance to tie things up with a 3. They've got their 3-point specialist on Lewis. Here's Barrett. Barrett back to Lewis. Lewis tries to throw it down low to Saxon. It's a kick ball whistled against Mo Odom, so fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Gaels. Sideline inbound play, so it'll be Barrett to throw it in. And no, because it was a kick ball, it'll be on the baseline. Marshallonis to inbound. There'll be a box set for the Gaels. Saxon and Lewis down low. Morauskas and Barrett up high. Ball inbounded to Lewis. 15-foot baseline jumper. Good. 18-17. Gaels back within 1, and the freshman Mikey Lewis scores his first points of collegiate postseason basketball with the baseline J off the feed from Marshallonis. Koulibaly with it outside the arc. Drives in against Saxon. Euro step blocked by Saxon. Gets his own rebound, and now is trapped down on the baseline. Has a dribble. 10 on the shot clock. Throws it to Bethea in the corner, and now up at the logo to Odom. 7 on the shot clock. Odom behind the back dribble loses it. Step back 3 from Odom. No good. Misses front iron. And it's a stop for the Gaels. A bucket. They'll have the lead again. Marshallonis in the corner to Lewis. Lewis down low to Morauskas. Matched up with Todorovic. Double coming. Down low to Saxon for the lay-in. Too easy, says Morauskas. You bring the double. I find the open man. Converts it to Saxon. Gaels on a 6-0 run. They're back ahead 19-18. Odom to Bethea. Bethea, hard hedge there by Morauskas. Now down low to Dozic. Good rotation by Morauskas. Follow-away jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Barrett. Barrett throws it forward to Marshallonis. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Marshallonis all the way himself. Hard foul there by Mo Odom, and Marshallonis heads to the stripe on what will be foul number 1 on Mo Odom. Augustus Marshallonis, one of the better free throw shooters for the Gaels. 83 of 104, 79.8% on the year for Marshallonis, the Vilnius, Lithuania native. Free throw up and good from Marshallonis, and the Gaels lead is 20-18. Dovidas Butka comes on, replacing Danilo Dozic. Now all 3 Lithuanians on the court once again. All 3 of them who grew up in about a 90-minute triangle from one another. Grew up playing through the same national team development academies, and now playing against each other here in Orleans Arena in Las Vegas as part of the Credit Union 1 WCC Basketball Championships. Bethea up top to Todorovic. Uses a ball screen. Hard hedge there by Morauskas. Butka set this ball screen. Now in the corner. Gets it and then gives it right back to Todorovic. Todorovic downhill. Throws it out. Odom. Extra pass to Bethea. Bethea gets past to Lewis. Now drives into the paint. He runs into a wall. Finds a cutting Todorovic. Finger roll blocked by Saxon. Offensive rebound. Butka no good. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched by the Gaels. And 20 on the shot clock. A reset here. But an excellent block by Saxon. Some of the Pepperdine faithful calling for a review for a goaltend. It doesn't look like it'll be looked at. Odom inbounds it to Todorovic. Todorovic, corner 3, way too strong on that one. Rebound Marshallonis forward to Barrett. Barrett kicks it into high gear. Now steps on the brakes. Back to Lewis. Lewis up top. Saxon now right back to him. Mismatch here. Morauskas down low with Bethea. The pass over the top to him. And he cannot lay it in, but that's because he is fouled, and I think they're going to get Koulibaly on this foul. No, it'll be Butka with his second foul. Paulus Morauskas with a chance to add to this 8-0 run for the Gaels. Pepperdine hasn't scored in about 3 minutes after the Gaels ended their 7-0 run. Dozic over to the scorers table. First free throw from Morauskas is up and good with a swish. Paulus Morauskas has his first points in his WCC championship debut. Remember, played at Arizona last year. Morawskis on the season, a 75% free throw shooter. 75 for 100 coming into this one. Second one for Morawskis. Good. Gaels continue to extend on this run. 10-0 now. As it's 23-18 a game. The Gaels trail by 5. They now lead it by their largest margin of 5 thanks to this 10-0 run. Odom shovels it over to Dozic with the assignment. It's Barrett. Koulibaly hands it off to Odom. Odom downhill in the corner. Bethea for 3. No good. Too strong back iron. And Morawskis bouts it over to Barrett for the rebound. Barrett will take it across the timeline. Now over to Morawskis. In rhythm 3. Leads it short. Mo Odom for the rebound. Odom kicks it into high gear. 5-on-4 numbers for Pepperdine. Todorovic back over to Odom. Odom might have walked there, gets away with it. Now has the ball, gives it down low to Dozic. Size mismatch with Lewis, wants to back him down. Spins baseline, whistle blows, and they'll get a foul on Mikey Lewis. Lewis unhappy with it and went right over towards our referee to say something, and Barrett immediately grabbed him and held him back. So it'll be a shooting foul. First foul on Mikey Lewis, and now Dovidas Butka will head to, Danilo Dozic will head to the free throw line. He'll have a chance to end this Gale 3-0 run in a near 4-minute scoring drought for Pepperdine. First one from Dozic. Good. Rather flat free throw shot there by Danilo Dozic as Jackson Olvera steps on for the first time, spelling Todorovic. On the season, Dozic, in fact, he's a solid free throw shooter, just hasn't been at the line all that often, just 17 of 22. Second one rims out, however. Morawskis with the rebound. Gale's lead is still 4, 8:20 to play in half number 1. Marshallonis with it. Ball screen set by Saxon. Pick and roll here, Marshallonis and Saxon. Marshallonis takes it himself off the window, lays it in. Augustus Marshallonis now with 8 points against the team that he scored his 1,000th point against. That was this Pepperdine Waves team back on January 16th in Malibu. Mo Odom downhill, past Marshallonis, whistle blows, score the basket and the foul. Look at the foul on Marshallonis. That is foul number 1 on him, and it'll take us to our media timeout. Pepperdine will have a chance to convert a 3-point play when we come back here. As it stands, the score Gales 25, Pepperdine 21. The Gales throwing a counterpunch after Pepperdine took a 5-point lead. It's 4 now, but a chance to cut it down to 3 when we come back here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Diablo Valley Insurance Agency is a full-service independent insurance brokerage located in Walnut Creek. Founded in 1956, our agency has been providing insurance services to clients throughout Northern California and the Western United States for over 50 years. Our team of insurance professionals will take the time to understand your needs, whether personal or related to your business, and provide the best products and services for you. Go to DiabloValleyInsurance.com today to request a quote. Diablo Valley Insurance Agency. Local, independent, trusted.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
St. Mary's leading Pepperdine 25-21. When we were at our last break, we told you Pepperdine had made 5 of their last 6 shots. Well, over the next 4 minutes, they have made just 1 of their next 9. The Gales defense really shoring up. And fans, be sure to get the latest news on the Gales by checking out smcgales.com. Get up-to-date scores, video highlights, and stories about the Gales all in one place. Looking for more? Find the Gales on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for even more insights. As it stands right now, a 25-21 lead for the Gales. Pepperdine heading to the free throw stripe. Chance at a 3-point play for Mo Odom. Gales had their 10-0 run ended moments ago, but currently still on a 12-2 run. as heading to the free throw line will be Mo Odom. Hit a layup. The Gaels thought Marshallonis fouled Odom on the ground, but our referee, Tony Padilla, saw it otherwise. Gaels break their huddle. It's Lewis, Marshallonis, Barrett, Saxon, and Morauskas, the same five that left the court. For Pepperdine, it's Olvera, Odom, Bethea, Koulibaly, and Dozic, and Odom heading to the stripe. Odom, we mentioned, a transfer from Pepperdine, or beg your pardon, to Pepperdine from Pacific. You look at the makeup of this Pepperdine team, even the more impressive that they've been able to make this run. Just 2 returners from a year ago. They lost 4 of their starters. Koulibaly, the only returning starter. Houston Millette transfers to Alabama. Javon Porter, in conference, transferred to LMU as Odom cannot convert the three-point play, and tracking down the rebound is Morauskas to Marshallonis. We also had Michael Ajayi transfer to Gonzaga, but this team has been built really well by Coach Ed Schilling. Transfers and true freshmen, and they're on display here in this 25-21 ball game here in the WCC semis. Luke Barrett. This is the first time we've seen the zone from Pepperdine. Finds Lewis in the corner. Lewis out to Marshallonis. Marshallonis back to Lewis. 4-3. Too strong, but an offensive rebound. It'll be Saxon batting it to Morauskas, and then Morauskas is fouled on the way up and he'll head to the stripe. That's on Boubacar Koulibaly, and that is the second foul on Koulibaly. He is the only true center on this Pepperdine team. If he gets into foul trouble, that could spell problems for Pepperdine trying to match up with the likes of Morauskas, Saxon, and Wessels. Morauskas leaves the free throw short. 2 for 3 for the day now. Gaels just 4 of 8 from the stripe as Alonzo Faure will come on for some prolonged minutes here at the 7:27 mark of the first half. Second one from Morauskas, a 75% free throw shooter. Makes it 75% for the day as well. 3 of 4, and it's the Gaels 26 and Pepperdine 21. Again, the largest lead for the Gaels was 6, largest lead for Pepperdine 5 in this one. Dozic to Faure. Faure throws a lob pass, nobody there. It's off the rim and caroms back to the Gaels. Lewis pushing it into high gear, now gives it off to his point guard, Marshallonis. Augustus Marshallonis back to a man look for Pepperdine. High post entry in to Morauskas, wants to back down Dozic into the paint. Here comes the double, back to Marshallonis. Extra pass to Lewis, it's wide of him, but corralled by Lewis. 13 on the shot clock, the Gaels will reset. High post entry to Saxon. Saxon matched up with Faure, spins, throws up the right-handed runner and gets it to go, and the Gaels have their largest lead. It's 28-21 on Saxon's second bucket today. Make it Saxon's third bucket, 6 points, 3 of 5 from the field for Big Saxon, playing in his final WCC tournament. Odom back to Olvera. Olvera with the assignment, it's Luke Barrett. Olvera spins around Barrett, now steps back for a 15-foot jumper. No good. Rebound Morauskas. And the Pepperdine Waves continue to be bone dry from the field. Marshallonis out to Morauskas. Pepperdine, one of their last 10 from the field, by the way. Morauskas through the contact, scores it with the left. Wanted the foul call on Dozic, doesn't get it. And it's 30-21 Gaels, up by 9. Timeout taken by head coach Ed Schilling. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But both teams trending in the wrong direction so far in this one for the Gaels, or I should say one team trending in the right direction, one team trending in the wrong direction. The Gaels, 5 of their last 7 from the field. Pepperdine, 1 from their last 10. And Coach Schilling wants to find a way to calm down his troops. Let them know that they're still very much in this game. And this Pepperdine team has come from behind in their last 2 games to win. But the Gaels starting to pull away, playing their patented brand of stifling defense and full 30-second offensive possessions. The Gaels sharing the love. Harry Wessel's the only player to not score, but 6 players in the scoring book for the Gaels who are shooting 60% from the field, doing most of their work on the interior, outscoring Pepperdine 18-8 in the paint. The Gaels have 18 of their 30 points scored in the paint. They've scored 48% of their points all season in the paint. Teams break their huddles, same 5 for either side. It'll be an inbound play for Bethea. Bethea sends it into Odom. Odom to a flaring Todorovic. Faure sets a screen. Todorovic steps back, now throws it over near the logo to Mo Odom. Odom, hard hedge there by Morawskis. Now back on to Dozic. Dozic pulls up from 15, gets the friendly roll off the front iron. 2 of their last 11 now is Pepperdine from the field, and it's 30-23. The Gaels lead is 7. They've led by as many as 9 just moments ago. Morawskis gets it from Marshallonis, gives it right back. Marshallonis fouled by Odom. Second foul on Mo Odom. And that is going to be 7 on Pepperdine. Gaels in the bonus for the final 5:36 of this first half. 1-1 forthcoming for Marshallonis, who's a perfect 2 of 2 today from the stripe. If he converts both, he'll be the first Gael to double figures, matching, not quite matching, but getting to double figures like his opposite number, Mo Odom, the point guard for Pepperdine. Gets the first to go, rattles at home, does Marshallonis. Marshallonis, senior, playing in his final WCC tournament. Again, the most outstanding player a year ago and the player of the year in the conference. Whistle blows, and they'll get an over the back on Morawskis, and that's the second foul on Paulus Morawskis. Morawskis not happy with the call, but it was pretty cut and dry. 5:35 to play in the first half. It's the Gaels 31 and the Waves 23. Wessels comes on to get Morawskis with 2 fouls. See how long the Gaels will keep Wessels on the floor. Dozic inbounds it to Odom, and Odom across the timeline with 5 seconds to spare. Odom to his right uses a ball screen from Faré. Down low, just outside the paint, thinks about the pull-up, then hits behind him. Bethea drives baseline, runs into a brick wall named Harry Wessels. Can't get enough behind it, and Wessels gets the rebound. Barrett down low to Wessels in the short corner. Wessels hands it off to Marshallonis, who swings it to Lewis, 20 on the shot clock. Mikey Lewis has the ball screen from Saxon, uses it, then Saxon dives in, and he is fouled. Mitchell Saxon heads to the free throw line. Dozic whistled for the foul, his first. Saxon shooting 2. He had an empty trip already once to the free throw line, did Mitchell Saxon. Trying to make up for it here. Gaels just 6 of 11 from the stripe in the early going, leaving points on the floor. Make it 6 of 12. Free throw shooting, the major Achilles heel for this Gaels team. If you had to pick one of the very few on this team, they're shooting under 70% as a team. Big reason why, unfortunately, Saxon, he gets to the line so well. He's such a bull down there in the paint, but he has not been able to convert at a high clip. Gets that one to go. Would have had another try if he didn't, as Dozic stepped into the painted area a bit early, but it didn't matter. Lane violation wiped off, and the Gaels lead is 9, 32-23, matching their largest. Dozic with it, now to Dorovic, 15 on the shot clock. To Dorovic, downhill, runs into the brick wall. Wessels whistled for the foul, or will they get Barrett? I think they'll get Barrett here with the foul. No, they'll get Wessels. They'll say Wessels had a clean block, but he stuck his hip out on the way up, so they get him for that contact, and that is the first foul on Harry Wessels, and Alonzo Faré heading to the free throw line. Faré this season just a 65% free throw shooter, making his 27th appearance on the year. 64.7% to be exact, 11 of 17. Leaves this one short and wide right. And the lead for now remains 9 for the Gaels. Gaels still 5 of their last 7 from the field. Pepperdine, their cold spell has gone to 2 of their last 12. Mo Odom doing everything he can for Pepperdine, looking for his teammates to follow. High arcing free throw, second one from Faré is good. 8-point game, 32-24. Full court press picked up, but quickly broken. An outlet pass, Marshallonis to Ross. Ross takes it into the corner and then gets it right back from Marshallonis to run the offense with 4.5 minutes to play in this first half. Barrett, Marshallonis, zone look here for Pepperdine. Now in the corner, Ross back to Marshallonis on this 2-3. Now over to Ross. Ross back to Marshallonis. Hot potato on the perimeter. 8 on the shot clock. Ross, Marshallonis. Marshallonis drives. Behind the back dribble. Floater. No good. Wessels tips it back up. No good. Saxon, third bite at the apple, and he lays it in. And the way this Gaels team rebounds makes them what they are, and that is one of the best teams on the West Coast, if not all of college basketball. Odom now to Dorovic. 10-point lead for the Gaels, their first double-digit lead. Todorovic loses his footing, now skips it back to Odom and over to Dozic with 14 on the shot clock. Jab step by Dozic, matched up with the defensive player of the year in the conference this year and last year, Saxon. Back to Todorovic. Todorovic, step back 15-foot jumper, too strong, rebounded by Marshallonis. Gaels with a chance to extend on their 10-point lead. Pepperdine now 2 of their last 13 from the field. Gaels really putting the defensive clamps on. Barrett. One dribble to his left, now back to Marshallonis, back to a man look for Pepperdine. Marshallonis, floater off the window, no good. Saxon and Barrett are fighting over the ball. Saxon ends up with the offensive board, now throws it out. Open three in the corner. Barrett, too strong. Saxon, another rebound. And no, they're going to get a foul here on Pepperdine, or on the Gaels. Saxon called for holding Foray. And for Mitchell Saxon, that is going to be foul number 2. And it'll take us to our final media timeout of the first half. But the Gaels have extended their lead out to double digits for the first time today. It's 34-24 as St. Mary's continues on this impressive 17-6 run here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Show your school spirit and earn rewards. As the official credit union of St. Mary's College, University Credit Union offers a custom-designed rewards credit card for the Gale family. Enjoy no annual fee while earning unlimited points, making the UCU St. Mary's credit card the perfect card to use for everyday use. Plus, when you open a UCU checking account, you'll show even more Gale pride with the St. Mary's College debit card. Visit ucu.org to learn more and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bay Alarm is proud to sponsor the St. Mary's Gaels. How good is your defense? When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for over 75 years, with security camera and fire alarm systems designed to fit your specific needs, expertly installed and professionally monitored 24/7. Ready to up your security game? Go to bayalarm.com and let our team of security experts get you protected today. Go Gaels.
Hey Gaels fans, if you love attending live sporting events and concerts, then be sure to check out Tickets for Less. At ticketsforless.com, you'll find the best selection of tickets to all of your favorite events, and you never pay steep per-ticket service fees like you do on other sites. Whether you're looking to see your Gaels or are planning a trip to see a big event in the city, ticketsforless.com should always be your first stop for tickets. Ticketsforless.com, proud partner of St. Mary's Athletics and live event goers everywhere. Well, fans, last time the Gaels were out here, it was senior day against Oregon State. And the Gaels senior trio of Augustus Marshallonis, Mitchell Saxon, and Luke Barrett made up 50 of St. Mary's 74 points. Well, same song, different day. Marshallonis, Saxon, Barrett have now scored 25 of the Gaels' first 34 points. And again, the Gaels turning to their senior leaders when it matters most. Gaels break their huddle. Jordan Ross, Augustus Marshallonis, Luke Barrett, Mitchell Saxon, and Harry Wessels to match up with Zion Bethea, Alonzo Foray, Danilo Dozic, Stefan Todorovic, and Mo Odom. Bonus situation here, and Alonzo Foray will shoot 1 and 1. Gaels now plus 13 on the glass, plus 5 on the offensive glass, 7-0 in second chance points, 20-8 in the paint. The Gaels just playing physical basketball, always a signature brand of Randy Bennett basketball. Foray back to the stripe. First one up and good on the 1-and-1 opportunity. Foray split a pair here at the stripe his first time around. 34-25, Pepperdine back within single digits with 3:10 to play here in the first half. Second one no good, back iron. So a couple of times he split. Full court press picked up off the miss for Pepperdine. It's a 2-2-1 varietal. Marshallonis gets it across the timeline with 3 seconds to spare. Ross back to Marshallonis. Here comes the zone from Pepperdine. Barrett, high post to Saxon. Saxon trying to go high-low with Wessels. Instead, it's Marshallonis. Extra pass in the corner to Barrett. Barrett drives baseline. His floater is good. And guess what? How about 3 9s? Pretty good poker hand here in Vegas. Even better when your 3 seniors have them. 9 points Marshallonis, 9 points Saxon, 9 points Barrett. Foray, back to Todorovic. Gales lead is 11, their largest. Todorovic, step back, now out to Dozic for 3 with a hand in his face. No good. Good box out by Wessels, and Marshallonis cleans it up with the rebound. Forward to Ross. Ross, Marshallonis, now Barrett. Barrett down low to Wessels in the short corner. Wants to back down Dozic. Whistle blows, and they'll get a foul on Danilo Dozic, his second. So 2 on Dozic, 2 on Odom, 2 on Koulibaly, and 2 on Butka. And Pepperdine running out of bigs to play here. Again, it's only 2 fouls for each of them, but definitely something we want to keep an eye on. Heading to the free throw line is Harry Wessels. Don't let his 7'1", 285 frame fool you. He is an excellent free throw shooter. 83.3% this season is big Wessels. Wessels looks as if it's a soccer throw-in with his free throws. It's not the prettiest of form, but man, does it go in at a high clip. He gets the first to go as Ashton Hardaway heads over to the table. May come on to replace Wessels as Pepperdine decides to go small, bringing Jackson Olvera on. No Koulibaly, no Foray. Second one from Wessels, good. Gales' lead is 13, continuing to extend on their largest that was 11 before the 2 free throws. Here comes Ashton Hardaway replacing Mitchell Saxon. First breather Saxon will get today. Saxon with 9 points. We mentioned all 3 seniors with 9 for the Gales. 38-25 our score. Ball in the hands of Dozic, now over to Koulibaly. Whistle blows, and they'll get Barrett for a reach-in on that low rip by Todorovic, who was trying to rip left to right to get downhill. So the foul is on Luke Barrett, just his first. Gales have 2 fouls each on Saxon and Morauskas. Big reason why you have Hardaway and Wessels on the floor together. Todorovic will shoot 1 and 1. Gets the first to go. Again, 1 and 1 for him is, might as well just call it 2. 89.5% free throw shooter coming into this one. As automatic as you can get. For Stefan Todorovic, the transfer from the University of San Francisco, rattles the second one home. Back to an 11-point deficit for Pepperdine. And Hardaway inbounds it to Ross to run the offense with under 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Ross, Marshallonis, now Barrett. Zone look again for Pepperdine. Ross. Marshallonis still on the perimeter. Now back to Ross, 15 on the shot clock. Marshallonis wants to penetrate in the corner to Barrett for 3. In and out. And the rebound to Jackson Olvera before a quick touch pass over to Mo Odom, who kicks it into high gear. Down low to Butka. Butka 1 dribble, then throws it back on the perimeter to Todorovic. 1 dribble, pull-up 3, misses everything. But an offensive rebound batted back to Odom. A bit of a fortuitous bounce off the window, and Pepperdine gets the reset. Odom. Down low, finds a cutting Olvera, can't get it to go. Altered by Wessels, who gets his second rebound today. Ross across the timeline. A minute and change to play in half number 1. Gales looking to extend on their lead. Ross down low to Wessels. Wessels finds a cutting Hardaway. His layup is blocked. And the rebound to Odom. Odom over the top towards Butka. And it's punched out of bounds by Augustus Marshallonis. Heads up play there. He knew the ball was going to get over his head. Wanted to just make sure it didn't get to Butka streaking down the court. So just throws the fist up there to bat it out of bounds. 54.5 seconds to play here. 27-second differential between shot and game clock. Ball inbounded to Todorovic. Plenty of time for Pepperdine to work and still get a 2-for-1 opportunity. In the corner, here's Butka for 3. Leaves it short. Rebounded by Ross. And then he's bumped as he's falling out of bounds, and the foul on Jackson Olvera. Olvera gets whistled for his first foul, and it puts the Gales in the double bonus. 44.4 seconds remaining, and this, no matter what, will be a 2-for-1 opportunity for the Gales, as Ross will shoot 2. He's 0 for 1 from the stripe today. Made his first bucket of the game, was fouled on that bucket, and couldn't convert the 3-point play. Chance to make up for it here. And Ross getting fouled on a rebound just speaks to the toughness of the Gaels when it comes to the rebounding front. As this one rims out for Ross, the Gaels are now 9 of 16 from the stripe. As Dozic will step off, he's replaced by Bethea. Second one from Ross, the lefty gets it to go down. 39-27, Gaels leading Pepperdine here, a 12-point lead with 40 seconds to play. Todorovic, to Butka. 14 seconds differential between the shot and game clock. Olvera, it'll not be a 2-for-1 opportunity for Pepperdine. They've bled it under 30 seconds on the game clock. Coughed up there, but recovered by Butka. Butka gets the layup to go. 39-29, Butka scores the bucket. Gaels have played well against Butka in all three matchups, but he scores it there, and the Gaels will hold for the last shot. Marshallonis with it against this 2-3 zone look. Over to Hardaway, now back to Marshallonis. Marshallonis splits two defenders, throws up the floater, air ball, rebounded by Pepperdine, and the clock will expire on this first half with the Gaels holding a 10-point lead heading into the halftime break. It's the St. Mary's Gaels 39, Pepperdine 29. The Gaels shooting 48% from the field, Pepperdine 36%. We'll step aside for a break, and we'll be back with the Visit Walnut Creek halftime show here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Show your school spirit and earn rewards. As the official credit union of St. Mary's College, University Credit Union offers a custom-designed rewards credit card for the Gale family. Enjoy no annual fee while earning unlimited points, making the UCU St. Mary's credit card the perfect card to use for everyday use. Plus, when you open a UCU checking account, you'll show even more Gale pride with the St. Mary's College debit card. Visit ucu.org to learn more and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bay Alarm is proud to sponsor the St. Mary's Gaels. How good is your defense? When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for over 75 years, with security camera and fire alarm systems designed to fit your specific needs, expertly installed and professionally monitored 24/7. Ready to up your security game? Go to bayalarm.com and let our team of security experts get you protected today. Go Gaels.
Welcome to the Visit Walnut Creek Halftime Show on the Gaels Radio Network. Walnut Creek looks to brighten your world, connecting you to the best California experiences under the sun. Go to visitwalnutcreek.org to learn more. A first half recap, stats, and more are all ahead. Now let's go courtside.
Ryan Barnett back here courtside as part of the Visit Walnut Creek halftime show, and I'll be joined momentarily by Steve Kroner here at the table as the Gaels take a 10-point lead into the halftime break, leading Pepperdine 39-29. The Gaels trailed in this one by as many as 5 points and have led by as many as 13 after a 10-0 run helped them pull away from that 10-point lead. But Steve, you've been watching this Pepperdine squad, and they've trailed at the half in all three of the games. Not by 10, they've trailed by as many as 9 at the halftime break. But you've watched them, they've been great in the second half. What do you see Pepperdine doing in these first 3 games in the second half that they're going to try and do against the Gaels here?
Well, I think they're going to try to up the pace. I mean, if the pace stays this way, in one sense it's good for Pepperdine because it's played 3 nights in a row. You got to believe some of those guys have some tired legs. But if the pace stays this way, it obviously favors the Gaels because the Gaels are much more used to playing at this pace. So somehow, some way, I think the Waves have to dig deep to try to up the pace, to get the pace at a much higher level than the Gaels would like to play at.
Now, Pepperdine, of course, they took an early lead in this one, led by as many as 5. They started scoring really well inside the paint. That opened some space on the perimeter, but that gate really closed quickly when Harry Wessels came onto the floor for the Gaels.
Yeah, some of the shots, particularly a bank three-pointer by Mo Odom, were not necessarily open shots. Give the Waves credit. They hit some tough shots. They got a couple inside that I'm sure Randy Bennett was not particularly thrilled to see. But once the Gaels did kind of clamp down defensively, and Mo Odom, look, I think you can say he's on the all-tournament team right now no matter what happens in this game. But I believe he had 12 points in like the first 10 to 12 minutes, and then he did not score the rest of the half.
Yeah, his final bucket, that three-point play he hit going into the second to the last media timeout.
Right.
But again, Mo Odom has been spectacular all tournament. And the Gaels, I think, expected him to stay hot. I mean, when you've played 3 games in a row, yes, your legs, you can't feel them underneath you, but you ride that momentum, and Mo Odom has continued to do that. But again, they continue to do an excellent job on Stefan Todorovic. For the third time in as many matchups, he draws the assignment of Luke Barrett, and he can't get any breathing room. He doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off, but Luke Barrett is giving him that minimal amount of space, or not giving him, I should say, that minimal amount of space, and it's held him to 2 of 9 from the field. We know Todorovic is going to be a high-volume shooter. It's just a matter of if he can hit him, and the way Luke Barrett has been playing defense, Todorovic hasn't been able to hit him.
Yeah, if you were going to look at this game and say, who's got more points at halftime, Luke Barrett or Stefan Todorovic, I think you'd probably say it's going to be Stefan Todorovic just because of the way the Gaels run their offense vis-a-vis the way Todorovic is so important to Pepperdine's offense. But Luke Barrett, not only has he done a nice job on the defensive end against Todorovic, he's got 9 points himself.
Yeah, the Gaels, Luke Barrett, as well as Augustus Marshallonis and Mitchell Saxon, all with 9 points, 27 of the Gaels' 39 points, riding the momentum from 9 nights ago when the Gaels took on Oregon State on Senior Day, and the trio of seniors combined for 50 of the Gaels' 74 points. Again, the Gaels veterans stepping up when it's mattered most.
No question about it. And it hasn't been, to me, as obvious, maybe that's the word, as it was at UCU Pavilion 9 nights ago, when it seemed like almost every bucket was done by Marshallonis, Saxon, or Barrett, or one of them had a hand in it and an assist. But yeah, those 3 guys are doing really well. Again, they're also part of the reason, particularly Barrett with 7 rebounds and Saxon with 4, that the Gaels have a 25-12 edge on the boards.
Certainly the case, and that's been the story of the Gaels season all year long, dominating on the glass, what I call the muscle stats, leading to second chance points and then points in the paint as well. Plus 10 in the paint, 7-0 on second chance points, plus 4 on the offensive glass. We'll take you through the scoring breakdown for both teams here in half number 1. For Pepperdine, with 2 points, Alonzo Foray, with 3, Danilo Dozic, with 4, Davidas Buka, 8 for Stefan Todorovic, but a very inefficient 2 of 9 from the field, and leading the way with 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist is Mo Odom. Pepperdine turns the ball over just 3 times, taking care of the ball like they've done all tournament, but they're only 12 rebounds to the Gaels' 25. For St. Mary's, with 2 points each, Mikey Lewis and Harry Wessels. With 3 points, Jordan Ross. 5 points from Paulus Morauskas. And how about 3 nines? Mitchell Saxon, Luke Barrett, and Augustus Marshallonis. You love to see 3 nines in Vegas. That's what you got from the Gaels in the first half.
Yeah, balance is nice. I mean, over the last few weeks, Marshallonis has been kind of the Gaels' number 1 scorer. But tonight, as you mentioned, balance, and balance is good, particularly when you're hoping to play another game tomorrow night. If you don't have balance and one guy is the fulcrum of the offense, so to speak, perhaps he gets a little tired. But 9-9-9 is going to do it for you, and not getting any of those guys tired.
Step aside for a quick break. Be back with the second part of our Visit Walnut Creek halftime shows. We'll take you to our out-of-town scoreboard and keys to success for both teams in the second half when we come back here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Independently owned for over 25 years, Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one. Offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management, Heffernan is a one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. That's Heffernan Insurance, hefins.com.
Fourth Moore Tap Room and Grill in Orinda's Theater Square is now your official away game watch party location for St. Mary's Athletics. Enjoy apps, salads, burgers, or one of their signature handcrafted wood-fired pizzas on the patio with the giant fire pit. Plus, they offer discounts for all St. Mary's students, coaches, faculty, and alumni. Catch every game on one of their 10 big screen TVs or enjoy live music Thursday through Saturday evenings from 6:30 to 10:30. You can even have them cater your next event. For more information, visit thefourthboard.com or call 925-254-1183. Go Gaels!
Spirit and earn rewards as the official credit union of St. Mary's College, University Credit Union offers a custom-designed rewards credit card for the Gale family. Enjoy no annual fee while earning unlimited points, making the UCU St. Mary's credit card the perfect card to use for everyday use. Plus, when you open a UCU checking account, you'll show even more Gale pride with the St. Mary's College debit card. Visit ucu.org to learn more and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Time now for the Visit Walnut Creek out-of-town scoreboard. Walnut Creek looks to brighten your world, connecting you to the best California experiences under the sun. Go to visitwalnutcreek.org to learn more. The women's tournament here at the Orleans Arena for the WCC Championship played 2 games earlier here today. Oregon State upsetting Gonzaga 63-61, and Portland outlasting an early barrage from Washington State 72-57. So it'll be Portland and Oregon State, an all-Oregon matchup for the championship of the Credit Union 1 West Coast Conference Women's Basketball Tournament. That'll be the opening act tomorrow for, of course, the finals tomorrow on the men's side, which will be the winner of this game taking on the winner of the game immediately set to follow us, Gonzaga and San Francisco. Time for keys to success in the second half. Steve, why don't you tell us what first Pepperdine can do to try and get back into this thing, claw away at the double-digit deficit, and what the Gaels need to do to keep the pedal to the metal against the Waves?
Well, I'll just say this. A lot of times, and this can be trite, but I think it really applies here, is the first 4 minutes of the second half, I think, are going to go a long way in telling the outcome of this game. If the Gaels can keep or even extend the lead in the first 4 minutes, and Pepperdine is looking at a double-digit lead, say 15, 16 minutes left in the game, it's playing the conference champion, regular season that is, it's playing its 4th game in 4 nights. Maybe you start, if you're Pepperdine, you start thinking, okay, we've had a great run, maybe we're done. But the flip side, if Pepperdine does cut into the margin in the first 4 minutes and it goes from 10 to 6 or 4 or whatever, then I think you got a game the rest of the way. So I think the first 4 minutes are going to tell a lot here at the Orleans Arena in this WCC semifinal.
Well, excited to see the first 4 minutes, and then, of course, the last 16 to decide who will have the first spot in the WCC Men's Basketball Championship game tomorrow. Will it be the Cinderella story, the Pepperdine Waves currently with 29 points, or the favorites, the St. Mary's Gaels, currently a 10-point lead at 39 points? Steve, thanks for the time joining us here on the Visit Walnut Creek halftime show. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half here between the Gaels and Waves here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Fourth Moore Tap Room and Grill in Orinda's Theater Square is now your official away game watch party location for St. Mary's Athletics. Enjoy apps, salads, burgers, or one of their signature handcrafted wood-fired pizzas on the patio with the giant fire pit. Plus, they offer discounts for all St. Mary's students, coaches, faculty, and alumni. Catch every game on one of their 10 big screen TVs or enjoy live music Thursday through Saturday evenings from 6:30 to 10:30. You can even have them cater your next event. For more information, visit thefourthboard.com or call 925-254-1183. Go Gaels!
Hey Gaels fans, if you love attending live sporting events and concerts, Then be sure to check out Tickets for Less. At ticketsforless.com, you'll find the best selection of tickets to all your favorite events, and you never pay steep per-ticket service fees like you do on other sites. Whether you're looking to see your Gaels or are planning a trip to see a big event in the city, ticketsforless.com should always be your first stop for tickets. Ticketsforless.com, proud partner of St. Mary's Athletics and live event goers everywhere.
Out here, we charge into the heartland with Mountain Dew. Out here, there's no rush hour, just the rush of flying wide open on glassy water at 5 a.m. with your first dew in hand. And there's no spin class, just bright green spinnerbait that ironically matches your second dew. Out here, we don't just play big buck hunt, we hunt actual big bucks. And out here, the best road is off-road, and the color of your truck is mud. Out here, it's dew.
Walnut Creek offers Gaels fans quick and easy access to the excitement of a vibrant city and the charm of hometown California, all in one central location, only 7 miles from campus. Walnut Creek Hotels are the official lodging partners for St. Mary's. In a sunny, upscale, and comfortable environment at the base of Mount Diablo, Walnut Creek brings together an eclectic collection of culture, award-winning shopping, hotels, sports facilities, and cuisine to make you smile at every turn. Go to visitwalnutcreek.org to explore your next adventure.
Coming out of the halftime break, it's the St. Mary's Gaels 39 and the Pepperdine Waves 29. Waves break their huddle with Mo Odom, Dovidas Butka, Danilo Dozic, Stefan Todorovic, and Bubakar Koulibaly, the same 5 that they started in half number 1. Gaels still in their huddle here. It'll be Pepperdine's basketball coming out of the break, but we'll likely assume it'll be the same starting 5 for them as well. Jordan Ross, Augustus Marshallonis, Mitchell Saxon, Paulus Morauskas, and Luke Barrett. Both teams doing a majority of their damage with their starters. St. Mary's with 35 of their 39 scored by their starting 5. Pepperdine with 27 of their 29, and indeed it will be the same starting 5 for the Gaels. Ross, Marshallonis, Saxon, Morauskas, and Barrett. There'll be Butka to inbound at the midcourt stripe. Teams change directions. Pepperdine now left to right across your radio dial, and the Gaels right to left. For the Gaels, a well-balanced scoring attack. 6 of their 7 players, 7 of their 8 have scored. Everyone's taken a shot. Pepperdine, 6 of their 7 have scored as well. Whistle blows, and a step there by Butka. It was a small one, but it was caught by our referees, and that'll be a turnover. Turnover number 4 of this game for Pepperdine. Turnovers didn't happen all that often in half number 1. Just 3 for Pepperdine, just 2 for the Gaels. Morauskas with it, hands it off to Ross. Now Saxon up top. Saxon trying to get it down low to Morauskas, but Todorovic doing a nice job there, not letting Morauskas get that full seal. Instead, it's Marshallonis downhill, leaves the layup short, rebounded by Koulibaly. Good defense there by Pepperdine. Outlet pass forward to Butka. Ross deflects it, but then gets whistled for bumping Dovidas Butka, and that is foul number 1 on Jordan Ross. Baseline inbound play, 27 on the shot clock here for Pepperdine, who will line up 2 stacked at the right side elbow. 1 over at the wing and 1 out the elbow line extended. Left to right, it's Koulibaly, Butka, Dozic, and Todorovic with Odom as the trigger man. Sends it into Todorovic, outside the arc. Todorovic matched up with Barrett as he's been all game. Swings it to his point guard, Mo Odom. Odom. Now Dozic gets it right back. Ball screen set by Butka. Hard hedge there by Morauskas. And a pass deflected by Saxon. Butka recovers outside the arc and then throws it away. It's intercepted by Marshallonis. 5 on 3 for the Gaels. Back to Marshallonis at the elbow, and the Gaels slow things down. Marshallonis to Ross. Now over to Morauskas. Extra pass to Barrett in the corner. And now up top to Marshallonis. The reset for the Gaels. Marshallonis crossover dribble into the paint. Euro step floater. Good. 41-29. Marshallonis, the first Gael to double figures with 11. Last year's most outstanding player in the tournament. One of only 2 Gaels to win both most outstanding player in the WCC tournament and the player of the year in the conference last year. The other, that would be Matt Dellavedova, as Bubakar Coulibaly slams it down off of a nice feed from Dovidas Butka back to a 10-point game. Coulibaly with the slam. That is his first field goal attempt and first bucket today. Played just 11 minutes, went back to the locker room, favoring his right ankle as well. Whistle blows, and they'll get a foul on Coulibaly, and that's his third. So a combination of foul trouble and that right ankle kept Coulibaly off the court for just about half of the first half, and now he's whistled for his third foul and likely will take a breather. In fact, he'll stay on. Coach Ed Schilling trusting his senior big man. Ball inbounded to Saxon. Now hands it back off to Marshallonis. Marshallonis downhill, blocked by Coulibaly. The best shot blocker in this conference gets another one on Marshallonis and gives it off to Odom. Odom to Dozic in the corner. Dozic finds Todorovic up top. Todorovic directing traffic. Calls for Butka, gives it to him. It's poked away. Out of bounds, last touched by Paulius Morauskas. Morauskas was trying to sell it, thought he got it off of Butka. The two exchanging pleasantries in their native tongue of Lithuanian, continuing to as well, both smiling. The two fellow countrymen. Mo Odom finds a diving Todorovic. Todorovic downhill, and the runner is good by Stefan Todorovic over the outstretched arms of Mitchell Saxon. It's an 8-point game. Barrett with it, one-on-one with Butka. Now throws the post entry into Saxon, wants to go to work against Coulibaly, already in foul trouble. Bounce pass to Morauskas. Morauskas to Marshallonis. Morauskas sets the screen. Marshallonis finds the popping Morauskas. Morauskas drives in, spins, and is fouled. His right arm hooked there. I think they'll get Todorovic. And that's 3 on Todorovic. They will say that Morauskas was in the action of shooting, and no, the foul was on Dozic, his third. Morauskas to the free throw line, 3 of 4, his first time up, mimicking his season average, now 3 of 5. Free throws continuing to haunt the Gaels, 10 of 18. This game could be really ugly if the Gaels converted at a higher clip from the stripe in the first half. Second one for Morauskas, good. Morauskas 6 points, 4 of them at the stripe. But he's 4 of 6 from the charity stripe, a 75% shooter on the year coming into this one, 75 for 100. Odom running the offense. Butka sets a screen. Odom cuts around Marshallonis. Switching on to him is Morauskas. Morauskas alters the shot, misses back iron, gets the rebound as well. Here comes Odom trying to poke it away from behind. Morauskas was privy to it. Morauskas spins around Odom and scores it off the window. Again, the referee's letting these two teams play. Outlet pass forward to Butka, deflected by Marshallonis. He is not fooled on that play. Now a pass forward to Luke Barrett. Barrett back to Saxon at the elbow. And out to the point guard, Marshallonis. One dribble for the pump fake, looking like a 3 from Marshallonis. Instead, gives it in the corner to Barrett. Gets it right back. Tries for 3. No good. Barrett with the offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Luke Barrett to double figures. He has 11. 5 of 8 from the field. Barrett has not stepped off the floor tonight. And the senior continuing to give all sorts of fits to the Pepperdine Waves. Dozic receives the pass over the top with the much smaller Ross matched up with him, and they'll get the foul on Ross, his second. Now, that's been the matchup all game. Pepperdine just keying in on it now, but the Gaels have had Ross matched up with Danilo Dozic. That's 6'3" on 6'10", but Pepperdine has not been able to take advantage of it. Odom inbounds it to Todorovic, outside the arc. Todorovic for 3, misses it short. Marshallonis climbs the ladder for his 4th rebound, and then gets across the timeline quickly. Over to Ross. Up top, Ross uses a screen from Saxon. Ross slows things down and sends the post entry into Saxon. Wants to back down Dozic. Coulibaly brings the double. Out to Ross. Extra pass. Marshallonis for 3. Leaves it short. And the ball caroms around, and it's an offensive rebound for Morauskas, and Morauskas lays it in. The Gaels continuing to feast on the offensive glass. That is offensive rebound number 10 for the Gaels. They're +6 on the offensive glass and now have 11 second chance points to Pepperdine's 0. Mo Odom dribbling around the key, now cuts in, and he throws it up to Coulibaly. Looked like he walked, no call, and somehow Coulibaly avoids whistles, avoids the outstretched arms of Saxon, and lays it in. 48-35. Gaels lead is 13 with 15:15 to play. Next dead ball will be our first media timeout. Ross matched up with Coulibaly. Pulls up from 15 feet away. No good. Whistle blows and a foul on the rebound. And let's see who they get for Pepperdine. If this is on Koulibaly, it's his fourth. It's not Koulibaly. It's on Todorovic on the rebound, and that is just the first foul on Stefan Todorovic. It'll take us to our first media timeout of half number one. The Gaels lead is 13. It was 10 at the halftime break, but St. Mary's extending upon it, 48-35, here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Independently owned for over 25 years, Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one. Offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management, Heffernan is a one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. That's Heffernan Insurance, hefins.com.
Fourth Board Tap Room and Grill in Orinda's Theater Square is now your official away game watch party location for St. Mary's Athletics. Enjoy apps, salads, burgers, or one of their signature handcrafted wood-fired pizzas on the patio with the giant fire pit. Plus, they offer discounts for all St. Mary's students, coaches, faculty, and alumni. Catch every game on one of their 10 big screen TVs or enjoy live music Thursday through Saturday evenings from 6:30 to 10:30. You can even have them cater your next event. For more information, visit thefourthboard.com or call 925-254-1183. Go Gaels!
Luke Barrett continuing to lead the Gaels here against the Pepperdine Waves, as he has done in the first two matchups this year as well. Barrett 11 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, but a perfect 4 of 4 inside the arc. 8 rebounds to boot as well. Looks like he's on his way to his second consecutive double-double. Luke Barrett, who didn't have a double-double all year, continuing to dominate on the glass this year, and we'll tell you his double-double total on the year. Barrett, who had a 13-point, 10-rebound double-double against Oregon State, this season has had double-doubles against Towson, UTSA, Cal Poly, Pacific, LMU, Oregon State, and looking like he's on his way to his first against the Pepperdine Waves. It would be his 7th double-double on the season and for his career. He's 2 rebounds shy of it already with 11 points and doing most of his work on the offensive glass. Barrett with 2 offensive boards, 2 of the 11 for the Gaels, 2 for him, 2 for Morauskas, and 3 for big Mitchell Saxon. Gaels out-rebounding Pepperdine, now more than doubling the Waves on the glass. 30-14, 11-4 on the offensive side, 19-10 on the defensive side, 11-0 in second chance points, and the Gaels again imposing their will on the inside, 28-16 points in the paint. 28 of St. Mary's, 48 points coming from inside the key. It'll be Butka, Koulibaly, Dozic, Odom, and Todorovic, the starting 5 for Pepperdine. Back on the court for the Gaels, same starting 5 as well. Ross, Marshallonis, Barrett, Morauskas, and Saxon. Marshallonis to inbound. It's a box set. Ross and Morauskas down low. Barrett and Saxon at the elbows. Ball inbounded to Saxon in the short corner. Wants to back down Koulibaly. Here comes the double with Butka. Now Barrett over to Ross and all the way in the corner to Marshallonis. Marshallonis right by Odom and lays it in. Right-handed finger roll. And the Gaels lead is 15. Their largest of the game at 50-35. Marshallonis has 13 points. Odom slowing things down now. Todorovic for 3. No good, leaves it short. He has not had his best shooting night. Stefan Todorovic tonight, 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. Marshallonis. Bounce pass back to Ross outside the perimeter. 14.5 minutes to play in this one, and the Gaels lead is 15. It's 50-35. Ross finds a flaring Morauskas in the corner. Morauskas wants to back down the much smaller Odom. Throws it opposite side corner to Barrett. Barrett into the paint. Barrett right-handed finger roll. It's good. Everything coming up. Luke Barrett, 13 points, has not missed inside the key today. A perfect 5 of 5 inside the arc. Butka with it up top. Butka to Todorovic. And here's Barrett defending Todorovic as well. We talked about the poor shooting night for Todorovic, due in big part to Barrett stymieing defense, and he's having another excellent offensive game as well. Floater good by Odom to end the scoring drought for Pepperdine. Threw up a circus shot after he was bumped, but gets it to go. They'll get Marshallonis for his second foul. Second time he's fouled Odom after a blow-by. And Odom with a chance for a second three-point play. He missed the first free throw opportunity, his only free throw to go today. Odom, the former Pacific Tiger turned Pepperdine Wave, just a junior. Patiently takes his time and puts the free throw up, and good. Mo Odom with 15 points to lead all scorers. But again, the Gaels stymieing the number 3 assist man in the country. Just 2 assists so far tonight for Mo Odom. Zone look again here for Pepperdine. Barrett thinks about the corner pass to Ross, instead gives it off to his point guard, Marshallonis. Marshallonis in the corner to Barrett. Right back to Marshallonis. Marshallonis downhill, extra pass to Ross, but first we'll get an illegal screen there on Paulus Morauskas. And for Morauskas, that's his third foul. So 3 fouls on Morauskas. He is really the only player in true foul trouble for the Gaels. 3 each for Pepperdine on Danilo Dozic and Boubacar Coulibaly, who are both also on the court. Mo Odom with it. Matched up with Marshallonis. Butka sets a screen and dives after the hard hedge from the Gaels. But nice help side rotation defense. Jumper from Todorovic is no good. And Morauskas rips the rebound away from Coulibaly. Gives it off to his teammate and countryman Marshallonis. Outlet pass forward. Baseline drive. Reverse layup is good. Jordan Ross. Silky smooth reverse layup from the sophomore out of Pleasant Grove, Utah. And an excellent find by his point guard, Augustus Marshallonis, an early candidate for our common interest management play of the game. Odom, down low to Todorovic. It's deflected first by Barrett, but gets to him. Then he feeds it to Coulibaly down low. Wants to bump bodies with Saxon. Nowhere to go. Now finds a cutting Todorovic. Shot altered by Saxon. Rebound Morauskas. Morauskas playing point forward. Kicks it into high gear. Gets it in the corner to Jordan Ross. Ross backs it off. Now down low, size mismatch on Mo Odom, and Morauskas dribbles it off of his own foot, then hits the deck to get the ball. Whistle blows. Did they get a timeout called by the Gaels? They did. Marshallonis calling for the timeout, and it was heard by Gregory Nixon, and that'll take us to a media timeout. The Gaels lead is 16. The largest it's been has been 17. But right now a 16-point lead, 54-38. Gaels extending out this lead against Pepperdine with 12:27 to play in regulation here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Hey Gaels fans, if you love attending live sporting events and concerts, then be sure to check out Tickets for Less. At ticketsforless.com, you'll find the best selection of tickets to all your favorite events, and you never pay steep per-ticket service fees like you do on other sites. Whether you're looking to see your Gaels or are planning a trip to see a big event in the city, ticketsforless.com should always be your first stop for tickets. Ticketsforless.com, proud partner of St. Mary's Athletics and live event goers everywhere.
My name's Tony Tornado. I write and star in my own shows and movies. My crew knows that I dream of Hollywood. They also know that I love Mountain Dew. But there's so much more they don't know. Sometimes at night, I look up at the stars and think, I know why Mountain Dew's so crucial to my existence, but does anybody else? See, Dew's the green gold circulating through my veins. It makes Tony Tornado believe that he can do anything. So now you know my secret. But there's so much more you don't know. Do the Dew.
St. Mary's Gaels have extended their lead out to 16 points after taking a 10-point lead into the halftime break. It's 54-38 Gaels, our score. And the Gaels continuing to shoot over 50%. They've come out on a 7 of 12 clip here in the second half to get that mark back over 50%. It just dipped beneath that going into the halftime break at 48.3%, but now back ahead are the Gaels. 34 of their 54 points scored in the paint. Gaels continuing to dominate down there as they had 28 in the paint at our last media timeout. 6 more, all 6 of their points scored in the key for St. Mary's, who now have 3 in double figures, 13 each from Marshallonis and Barrett. Morawskis up to 10. Saxon 1 point away from double digits at 9. The Gaels trying to get to 4 in double figures. Ross the next closest with 5 as they continue to rock with their starters here in the second half. We haven't seen a substitution yet in the second half for the Gaels. It's been Morawskis, Barrett, Saxon, Ross, and Marshallonis all the way. Gaels plus 16 in the paint, plus 13 in second chance scoring. No second chance points for Pepperdine. Again, telling the story. The difference in this game, 16 points, but a big reason why the Gaels generating second chance opportunities and taking advantage of those to the tune of 13-0. Mikey Lewis off the bench for the Gaels, and Zion Bethea checks on. Lewis for 3, good! You gotta mark Mikey Lewis as soon as he steps on the floor, especially in those baseline inbound plays. It's how he scored his first bucket, a little short corner 15-foot jumper, and there the corner 3. Blocked by Saxon there as driving in was Butka. Butka catches the ball with his feet on the baseline, but our referees will say that ball bounced off the baseline before the offensive rebound was secured, so possession remains with the Pepperdine Waves after the Saxon rejection. Odom to inbound. Odom in the corner, Bethea. Lewis not fooled by the same play that the Gaels just ran a moment ago to him. Mo Odom with it, between the legs dribble. Now throws it, high post entry to Koulibaly. Koulibaly hands it off to Odom. Odom 15-foot jumper, too strong, rebound. Morawskis gives it to Marshallonis. Nearly steps on the baseline, but corrals it. He wasn't quite ready for that pass. Morawskis now with 10 points and 8 boards. 10 points and 9 boards, in fact. Shovels it back, Morawskis to Marshallonis. Marshallonis picks up his dribble. Barrett now in the corner to Lewis. Lewis down low to Saxon. Wants to go to work against Koulibaly. 10 on the shot clock. Now a skip pass to Barrett. Barrett, jab step, now down low. Morawskis wants to back down. Dozic, fadeaway 15-foot jumper, good. Morawskis, 4 of 5 from the field, 12 points, 9 rebounds. A quiet first half, just 5 points, but already 7 in the first 9 minutes of the second half. Mo Odom. Hard hedge on the screen there. Ball into Dozic at the free throw line. Now out to Bethea for 3, too strong. Rebounded by Mitchell Saxon. Saxon with his 6th board. Gaels on a 7-0 run. They've made each of their last 5 field goal attempts. Meanwhile, Pepperdine, 1 of their last 7. Scoring drought now over 2.5 minutes here for Pepperdine on this Gaels 7-0 run. Marshallonis. Little give and go to Saxon. Saxon spins, runs into a wall, and then put that foot down before giving off the pass, and that will be a turnover. Second turnover for the Gaels here in the second half, matching their total from the first half, and it'll take us to immediate timeout. 59-38. The Gaels lead is 21 with 10:51 to go in regulation. And midnight might have just about struck on this Cinderella story for Pepperdine. Still a lot of basketball to play, and we're happy to take you through it when we come back here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Walnut Creek offers Gaels fans quick and easy access to the excitement of a vibrant city and the charm of hometown California, all in one central location, only 7 miles from campus. Walnut Creek Hotels are the official lodging partners for St. Mary's. In a sunny, upscale, and comfortable environment at the base of Mount Diablo, Walnut Creek brings together an eclectic collection of culture, award-winning shopping, hotels, sports facilities, and cuisine to make you smile at every turn. Go to visitwalnutcreek.org to explore your next adventure.
Since 1990, the team at Common Interest Management has been privileged to serve boards of directors and community homeowners of many of the Bay Area's most prestigious communities. Whether working with a newly established community in the earliest stages of development or a more mature community, our experienced managers consult with the board to share best practices in all areas of community management. Common Interest tailors its services for communities of all sizes. If you are currently evaluating a new management company, please visit us at commoninterest.com.
Gaels lead is now 21 over the Pepperdine Waves, 59-38, courtesy of a 7-0 run. The Gaels have made each of their last 5 field goal attempts. They're up to 64% shooting in the second half, 9 of 14, 54% for the game, 23 of 43. Meanwhile, the Pepperdine Waves have fallen to 35% from the field after a 4 of 12 start from the field here in half number 2. 10:51 to play. Gaels up by 21. Again, handling the waves early here. Gaels with 5 different players shooting better than 50% from the field. Mikey Lewis, as well as Mitchell Saxon, Paulus Morauskas, Luke Barrett, and Jordan Ross, all at, in fact, 67% or better in this game. The Gaels, a team that does not rely heavily on the three-point shot, and they have not tonight. They've taken just 9 of their 43 shots from beyond the arc. They're just 2 of 9. Pepperdine, a team that's relied on it a bit more, and they are 3 of 15. The Gaels really doing a great job, primarily Luke Barrett running Pepperdine off the line. Gaels break their huddle. Harry Wessels comes on, replacing Mitchell Saxon, giving him his first breather in 9 minutes and 10 seconds of play in the second half. For Pepperdine, they will stick with the 5 they left the court with: Odom, Bethea, Todorovic, Buka, and Koulibaly, who catches the lob from Odom. And that'll get some Pepperdine fans on their feet, maybe swing momentum just a little bit in the way of the waves. Marshallonis with it. 10.5 minutes to play, 59-40 Gaels. Marshallonis downhill, Marshallonis score it, and the foul. Marshallonis off the window, and he will head to the line at a chance for one more. Butka whistle for the foul, his third. So it'll be Butka, Koulibaly, and Dozic all with 3. And Marshallonis heads to the line where he is 3 of 4 for the day. The Gaels just 11 of 19 from the stripe. They have made 6 of their last 6 field goals. And another missed free throw, 11 of 20. The Gaels able to pull away in this one without the solid free throw shooting. But as the opponents get harder, as Odom misses the floater, rebounded by Marshallonis. You can't leave points on the table like that as you get to the WCC championship game and the NCAA tournament. Ball in the corner to Barrett, pump fakes, now gives it off to Lewis. Lewis downhill, steps back, picks up his dribble and gives it out to Morauskas with 15 on the shot clock. Morauskas wants to drive in against Todorovic, gets separation, throws up the floater, score it, and the foul, Paulus Morauskas. And the Gaels have made 7 in a row and made the lead 23 at 63-40. Fouls on Todorovic, his second. Morauskas heads to the line. 4 of 6 from the stripe today. Paulus now up to 14 points, 5 of 6 from the field. Better percentage from the field than from the stripe so far today. But he gets this one to go. And it's a 24-point lead for the Gaels, 64-40, their largest. Less than 10 minutes to play in half number 2, beg your pardon. As Jackson Olvera comes on here, foul here on the Gaels. Paulus Morauskas whistled for his 4th foul. So that's the one thing that's hampered Morauskas. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and he'll have to step off, replaced by Mitchell Saxon. See if Morauskas will get a chance to come back on and record his 13th double-double of the season. He's 1 rebound shy. Bethea inbounds it to Todorovic. Ball screen set by Koulibaly. Koulibaly pops out and receives the pass outside the arc. Now hands it right back off to Odom. Now a little pick and roll. Odom downhill. Odom, shot altered by Marshallonis, rebounded by Saxon and given off to Marshallonis. Now outlet pass forward to Barrett. Barrett downhill. Barrett says hit the weight room to Zion Bethea, but can't hit the layup, and the rebound by Boubacar Koulibaly. In rhythm 3, Mo Odom. Wide right, rebound Mikey Lewis. So it's a 12-2 run for the Gaels. That miss for the Gaels made it 7 of their last 8 makes. Pepperdine 1 of their last 9 from the field. Ashton Hardaway over to the table. 9 minutes to play, 64-40 Gaels. Barrett gives it at the elbow to Wessels, gets it right back from him, drives downhill, gets 2 defenders off their feet. Now Saxon on the perimeter, Lewis over to Marshallonis, 5 on the shot clock. What magic can Marshallonis make? Marshallonis to Wessels. Wessels at the horn, gets it to go. Harry Wessels has his first field goal today off the feed from Marshallonis, his 4th assist. 14-2 run for the Gaels. They've made 8 of their last 9. Pepperdine just 1 of their last 9 over this stretch. Todorovic to Olvera, the freshman. Olvera back to Todorovic, calling for it. Sends it to Koulibaly. Koulibaly, 10-foot J, air ball, missed everything. Rebound to Marshallonis, pushing the tempo. Marshallonis filling the stat sheet nicely today. 15 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. His career high is 29. That came against Pepperdine a season ago. Ball down low to Harry Wessels. Wessels backing down Koulibaly. Skip pass out to Lewis. Pump fake. Regathers for 3. Misses it back iron. But an offensive rebound by Saxon. Saxon misses the layup. Third bite at the apple. It's out to Marshallonis with a fresh 20. The rebounding, that's 40 now for the Gaels to 17 for Pepperdine. Down low, Wessels. Fouled, doesn't get the call, but lays it in anyway. 6 points for Harry Wessels, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the stripe for Big Wessels off the bench. Timeout taken by head coach Ed Schilling, 7.5 minutes to play, and the Gaels' lead is 28, 68-40. We'll be back here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Walnut Creek offers Gaels fans quick and easy access to the excitement of a vibrant city and the charm of hometown California, all in one central location, only 7 miles from campus. Walnut Creek Hotels are the official lodging partners for St. Mary's. In a sunny, upscale, and comfortable environment at the base of Mount Diablo, Walnut Creek brings together an eclectic collection of culture, award-winning shopping, hotels, sports facilities, and cuisine to make you smile at every turn. Go to visitwalnutcreek.org to explore your next adventure.
Since 1990, the team at Common Interest Management has been privileged to serve boards of directors and community homeowners of many of the Bay Area's most prestigious communities. Whether working with a newly established community in the earliest stages of development or a more mature community, our experienced managers consult with the board to share best practices in all areas of community management. Common Interest tailors its services for communities of all sizes. If you are currently evaluating a new management company, please visit us at commoninterest.com.
St. Mary's using a 16-2 run over the last 5 minutes and 40 seconds to extend their lead on Pepperdine 68-40, and it's all about dominance on the glass for the Gaels. They are plus 24 in the rebounding margin category. On the season, the Gaels have only been plus 20 or better in 2 games. Once against Division II Stanislaus State, they were plus 22, and the other against Akron in their 3rd game of the season at plus 29. But it looks like they may surpass that plus 29. As we mentioned right now, the Gaels with 41 rebounds to Pepperdine's 17. They are plus 24 on the glass as it stands, and that's led to them being having a 15-0 margin in second chance points. The Gaels plus 8 on the offensive glass and scoring just about every time they get one of those patented offensive rebounds. 9 rebounds for Paulus Morauskas, 8 each for Luke Barrett and Mitchell Saxon, and 7 for Augustus Marshallonis. Really impressive number. His career high in rebounds is 9. And he looks like there's a chance he could have his first career point rebound double-double. He's had about 4-point assist double-double-doubles, the point guard. Gaels fans getting the Go Gaels chant started early here with 7.5 minutes remaining. It's the student section for the Gaels going back and forth with the Gaels fans behind the bench, and they're having a good time. And why not here in fabulous Las Vegas, a 28-point lead for the St. Mary's Gaels here inside Orleans Arena, looking like they may have their ticket just about punched to the WCC title game against either San Francisco or Gonzaga. That'll be the next game up here inside Orleans. Should start about 30 minutes after our game finishes. Olvera, Dozic, Koulibaly, Taj Al-Duke making his first appearance today, and Mo Odom taking on, as Odom throws up the lob to Koulibaly, and he is fouled by Wessels. For the Gaels, it's Ashton Hardaway, Mikey Lewis, Luke Barrett, Jordan Ross, and Harry Wessels. And free throws coming for Boubacar Koulibaly, his first trip to the line. Struggles at the free throw line this season for Koulibaly. Shoots at about 57% from the stripe. Coulibaly, the transfer from USC in his second year with Pepperdine, one of just 2 players retained by head coach Ed Schilling when coming over and replacing Coach Lorenzo Romar in the offseason. Misses the first one short, so the run remains 16-2. The lead remains 28 for the Gaels. Coulibaly, deep breath here, second one from the big man out of Mali. Gets it to go. Full court press here, 1-2-2 variety, and the trap is on for Ross. The Gaels get it across with Ashton Hardaway. Hardaway now a triple team on him, gives it off to Jordan Ross, out to Mikey Lewis from way downtown, leaves it short. And we have a foul here on Pepperdine on the rebound. Foul is on Coulibaly, and that is his 4th. Foul number 6 on Pepperdine. So next one will result in free throws for the Gaels. Both teams with 6 team fouls to their names. Box set here to inbound. It's Jordan Ross. Hands it off to Wessels and gets it right back from him. Takes it all the way up top. 15 on the shot clock. Ross refuses a ball screen, then spins around Mo Odom. Ross downhill, and he is blocked and will keep possession for the Gaels. 10 on the shot clock. Nice block there. Good hands by Mo Odom. May say that was a strip and not a block in the scorebook, but either way, good hands there by the terrific junior Odom. Mikey Lewis receives a handoff from Harry Wessels. 5 on the shot clock. Lewis behind the back dribble. 3 on the shot clock. Lewis out to Hardaway. He did not get that one off in time. He buries the 3, but it did not count. Shot clock violation. That's the first turnover for the Gaels in nearly 10 minutes. But it gives it over to Pepperdine. 27-point lead for the Gaels, 68-41. Gaels with just 5 turnovers in this game. Pepperdine only 6. They played a clean game. With the ball now, it's Odom. Uses the ball screen from Coulibaly. Pick and roll. Odom. Lane clears out for him, and he lays it in. Full court press picked up again here. 1-2-2 trap variety. Lewis throws it in the middle to Barrett. Now forward to Ashton Hardaway. 6.5 minutes to play, and the score is 68-43 Gaels. Ross runs the offense with Marshallonis not on. Bounce pass at the elbow to Wessels. Wessels gives it to the opposite side elbow to Ashton Hardaway. Hardaway down low. Wessels wants to bump bodies with Coulibaly. Can't get the layup to go. Leaves it short. Good defense by Coulibaly to stay straight up. And he gives it off to the point guard, Mo Odom. 25-point game, 68-43. Downhill goes Odom. Odom can't get it to go. Hits the deck. Gaels have numbers 5 on 3 here if they hurry, but they'd rather take some time off the clock. Barrett gives it back to Lewis. Lewis to his point guard Ross with 20 ticks remaining on the timer. 5:45 left in this game. It's 68-43 Gaels. Ross behind the back dribble at the elbow, trying to spin around Odom. Now throws it out to Hardaway. 10 on the shot clock. Hardaway now Lewis. Lewis penetrates in. Lewis bumped, spins, and hits the jumper from the charity stripe with 1 second on the shot clock. 70-43. Gaels remain hot as they come, now at 53% from the field for the game. Dozic with it as Mitchell Saxon is over at the table for the Gaels. Now Coulibaly down low to a wide open Taj Al-Duke, who lays it in. The freshman out of Canada gets the bucket, his first in the last 2 games. And we have a delay of game there whistled against Ashton Hardaway. It was a made bucket, and then Hardaway passed it to the referee down low, Tony Padilla. You don't need to do that on a made bucket. It just runs more time off the clock. You understand that call. Todorovic back on for Pepperdine. Another trap coming for Pepperdine. Mikey Lewis catches it and gets it across the timeline with 3 seconds to spare. Now Jordan Ross with it. 70-45, less than 5 minutes to play. Really all over but the shouting here in Las Vegas. Ross to Lewis. 10 on the shot clock. Down low to Wessels. Wessels doubled out to Ross. Fakes the pass left, drives in, throws up the right-handed floater. No good. Offensive rebound by Wessels, and he is fouled and will head to the stripe. Ross, a lefty by trade, threw up the floater with the right. Todorovic whistled for his 3rd foul, And Wessels, a perfect 2 for 2 today at the stripe, heads back there. He's got 6 points to his name today. Wessels continuing to be one of the top scoring options for the Gaels for the bench. Scoring option 1A, I guess you could call him, to Mikey Lewis. The two do it in very different ways, but both getting it done down the stretch for the Gaels, as the first one is true from Wessels. Wessels has been the most positive player at the free throw stripe for the Gaels. Again, you don't expect your 7-1 center to be that. Speaking about 7-1 centers, heading over to the scorer's table is Andrew McKeever. It's good, and Wessels will have a seat for big Andrew McKeever. AMAC, as the faithful call him. 7-1, and I'm not sure I quite believe that. I would give him at least another inch, maybe 2. As if Wessels is listed at 7-1, McKeever's, well, let's call him even bigger. Duke across the timeline to Todorovic. Todorovic with the assignment. It's Hardaway. Now out to Dozic. Dozic can't get the runner to go. Offensive rebound, Coulibaly, and there's the first second chance points of the day for Pepperdine. It's 72-47. Lewis steps on the sideline. No foul. He thought he was bumped, and it'll be a turnover. Turnover number 5 today for the Gaels to Pepperdine's 6. You look at points off of turnovers, it's been even at 10 apiece. Duke across the timeline. Freshman on freshman battle here with Mikey Lewis. Flaring out is Dozic. He receives the pass, matched up with Saxon. Dozic, step back 3. Good, over Saxon. 22-point game. It's 72-50 with 3:50 to play. Hardaway inbounds it to Lewis. Quick trap. Gets it off to Hardaway. Now on the other side to Jordan Ross. Trap coming again. Ross has to get it across. Throws the outlet pass forward to Saxon. 3 seconds to spare. Saxon gives it back to Ross. The Gaels will take some air out of the basketball here. 15 on the shot clock. McKeever sets a screen. Ross with it. Out to Mikey Lewis. And he dribbles it out off of his defender. That was Olvera. And that'll put a timeout on the floor. Our final media timeout. The Gaels lead is 22 with 3:26 left. Josh Den is over to the table to check on when we come back here on the Varsity Network from Learfield.
Show your school spirit and earn rewards as the official credit union of St. Mary's College, University Credit Union offers a custom-designed rewards credit card for the Gale family. Enjoy no annual fee while earning unlimited points, making the UCU St. Mary's credit card the perfect card to use for everyday use. Plus, when you open a UCU checking account, you'll show even more Gale pride with the St. Mary's College debit card. Visit ucu.org to learn more and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bay Alarm is proud to sponsor the St. Mary's Gaels. How good is your defense? When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for over 75 years, with security camera and fire alarm systems designed to fit your specific needs, expertly installed and professionally monitored 24/7. Ready to up your security game? Go to bayalarm.com and let our team of security experts get you protected today. Go Gaels.
St. Mary's Gaels lead is 22 on the Pepperdine Waves, 72-50. Our score on the Big 3 night of the Gaels. Marshallonis, Morawskis, and Barrett combining for 41 of the Gaels' 72 points. And all of them feasting on the boards as well. The Gaels plus 24 on the glass, 43 rebounds to Pepperdine's 19. A really impressive performance in the trenches for the Gaels, who have outscored the Waves 33-21 in the second half. They've out-rebounded the Waves 18-7 in the second half. They're plus 18 in the paint at 44-26 and plus 15 on the offensive glass, just 17-2. And the Gaels will bring in Joshua Dent for his first WCC championship action, as well as Paulus Morawskis, who's 1 rebound shy of double-double, number 13 on the season. So the 5 on the floor for the Gaels: Morawskis, McKeever, Hardaway, Dent, and Ross to match up with Olvera, Todorovic. First time we'll see Alex Leiba today, Taj Al-Duke, and Danilo Dozic. McKeever receives the inbound pass, hands it right back off to Ross with 5 on the shot clock. Ross, downhill. Ross, whistle blows and will get a foul before the shot. He made the layup, but the foul occurred on the ground on Taj Al-Duke. And Jordan Ross heads back to the stripe, where he is 1 of 3 today. It is a 1-and-1 opportunity for Ross, the sophomore who stepped into a starting role after the departure of Aiden Mahaney. And a different style of player indeed than Mahaney, more a ball handler, not quite the jump shooter that Aiden was, as the free throw is no good. But man, oh man, is he a sure-handed guard and likely will be the starting point guard a year from now for the Gaels. Al-Duke to Dozic. Dozic in the high post to Olvera. Olvera turnaround jumper is good. It's a 20-point game with 3 minutes left, 72-52 after the Olvera jumper. Dent, outlet pass forward to Morauskas. Morauskas, with some help from McKeever, now gives it back to Hardaway for 3. No good. The high arcing shot misses back iron and then bounces back over the window. Cade Bennett coming on for the Gaels, replacing Jordan Ross. David Major and Kyle Braun will step on for Pepperdine for the first time. 2:49 remaining. The Gaels lead is 20, 72-52. Al-Duke gets the inbound pass from Major. Now gives it right back to him across the timeline. Major uses a ball screen from Leiba. Uses another one. It's Hardaway with the assignment on Major. Major downhill and throws it right into the breadbasket of Bennett. Bennett outlet pass forward to Dent. Dent lays it in for his first collegiate postseason points. Joshua Dent with the lay-in off a great feed from Cade Bennett. Kevin Gadd over to the scorer's table as every Gael will get into this game. Olvera from the free throw line, no good. Rebound by Morauskas, there's his double-double. And likely Kevin Gadd will replace the starter Morauskas. Hardaway with it on the wing, wants to back down David Major with 2 minutes to go. Spins baseline, and they'll get an offensive foul there. They'll say Hardaway wrapped and pushed off against Major, and that's going to be foul number 1 on Ashton Hardaway. Kevin Gadd comes on, and he'll replace Hardaway. Staying on the floor will be Paulus Morauskas. Morauskas with 4 fouls to his name. Kind of a surprise to see Coach Bennett stay with Morauskas over the final 2 minutes. He gets his double-double at 15 and 10. He's 5 of 6 from the field, a perfect 5 of 5 inside the arc. Only miss was from 3, a trailer 3 early in the second half. This is Kyle Braun with it. Morauskas with the assignment. Gives it off to Leiba. Still outside the arc, it's Olvera. Olvera downhill, floater, good. Olvera hits it. Still a 20-point game. Taj Al-Duke deflects it out of bounds. Now Kevin Gadd will inbound it, switching places with Morauskas here. Full court press still for Pepperdine. Al-Duke guarding the inbound after his deflection a moment ago. Sent it to Dent. Here comes the trap. Now a bounce pass to Kevin Gadd. Gadd forward to Bennett, and Bennett to Dent. Dent outlet pass forward to Paulus Morauskas. Morauskas with it. He's doubled in the corner. Gets it out to Cade Bennett. 20 on the shot clock. Bennett up top to Andrew McKeever. McKeever fakes the handoff to Dent. Whistle blows, and they'll say McKeever traveled. A minute 17 left, 74-54. Add another turnover to the Gaels, who now are losing the turnover battle, 8-7. But again, not a lot of turnovers in this game for either side. Pepperdine has caught fire late as the Gaels have put their second wave on. So too is Pepperdine. They've scored a bit more efficiently with this group on. Al-Duke with it. Uses the ball screen from Leiba. Pick and roll here, Al-Duke and Leiba. Al-Duke instead gives it back out to Olvera with 1 minute to go. Olvera, step back jumper. That's his game. Can't get this one to go. Bounces off the hands of Morauskas and back to Olvera. Now Braun over to Major. Corner 3. Good. And it's within 20 points with under a minute to go. Bennett forward to Morauskas. Morauskas across the timeline, matched up with Olvera, gives it off to Dent. Dent getting dangerously close to that half-court line, now gets some separation from Olvera. Beg your pardon, that's Major. Josh Dent, already with 2 points in this game. Out to Cade Bennett, 10 on the shot clock. Bennett, jab steps, calls for a ball screen from McKeever. Pick and roll with McKeever. Bennett, pull up, 15-foot J, no good. McKeever, offensive rebound, fresh 20. Out to Dent for 3, leaves it short. And the rebound to Jackson Olvera. Shot clock is off. Hard foul there by Josh Dent, and heading to the free throw line is Jackson Olvera. Pepperdine on a 12-2 run here. Gaels led by as many as 28 in this one. Now the lead just 17 and a chance to cut into it. But the Gaels, more importantly, getting most of their starters off their feet and rested for tomorrow's championship game, other than Morauskas. First free throw up and good by Olvera. Olvera now with 5 points. Second one from Olvera. Good with a swish. 15 and a half seconds left. If the Gaels get it across the timeline, it looks like Pepperdine won't pick up the press. That'll do it. Cade Bennett dribbles it. It's across the timeline, and your Gaels are moving on to the WCC title game tomorrow night at 6 here in the Orleans Arena. They will take on the winner of San Francisco and Gonzaga, our next game. The Gaels, for the third straight game this year against Pepperdine, hold them under 60 points. There have been a few teams in the WCC who have done that once. Nobody who's done it twice. The Gaels have now done it 3 times and are headed back once again to the WCC title game. The only question left, will it be Gonzaga or will it be San Francisco? Post-game show presented by Diablo Valley Insurance starts next. One last time before we head on into the post-game show, it's the Gaels 74 and Pepperdine, the Cinderella story of this tournament, 59.
My name's Tony Tornado. I write and star in my own shows and movies. My crew knows that I dream of Hollywood. They also know that I love Mountain Dew. But there's so much more they don't know. Sometimes at night, I look up at the stars and think, I know why Mountain Dew's so crucial to my existence, but does anybody else? See, Dew's the green gold circulating through my veins. It makes Tony Tornado believe that he can do anything. So now you know my secret. But there's so much more you don't know.
Do the Dew.
Show your school spirit and earn rewards as the official credit union of St. Mary's College. University Credit Union offers a custom-designed rewards credit card for the Gale family. Enjoy no annual fee while earning unlimited points, making the UCU St. Mary's credit card the perfect card to use for everyday use. Plus, when you open a UCU checking account, you'll show even more Gale pride with the St. Mary's College debit card. Visit ucu.org to learn more and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Diablo Valley Insurance Agency is a full-service independent insurance brokerage located in Walnut Creek. Founded in 1956, our agency has been providing insurance services to clients throughout Northern California and the Western United States for over 50 years. Our team of insurance professionals will take the time to understand your needs, whether personal or related to your business, and provide the best products and services for you. Go to DiabloValleyInsurance.com today to request a quote. Diablo Valley Insurance Agency. Local, independent, trusted.
You're listening to St. Mary's Basketball on the Gaels Radio Network. Time now for the post-game show, presented by Diablo Valley Insurance, a full-service independent insurance brokerage located in Walnut Creek that is owned and run by Gaels. Go to DiabloValleyInsurance.com today to request a quote. A game recap, a breakdown of the box score, and more are straight ahead. Now, let's go courtside.
For the fourth consecutive year, your St. Mary's Gaels are heading to the WCC title game with a 74-59 victory over the Cinderella Pepperdine Waves here in the semifinals. The Gaels getting the 9-seed Waves and pulling away, leading by as many as 28 in the second half before ultimately calling off the Dogs and taking the win by 15, 74 to 59. Give you a scoring breakdown first for the Pepperdine Waves. With 2 points, it was Alonso Farre. With 3, David Major, 4 for Dovidas Butka, 6 each for Danilo Dozic and Jackson Olvera. 10 points for Stefan Todorovic, and the high man with 19, Mo Odom. For your Gaels, a well-balanced attack. 2 points for Josh Dent, 5 for Jordan Ross, 7 for Mikey Lewis, 8 for Harry Wessels, 9 for Mitchell Saxon, who also finishes with 8 boards, 13 for Luke Barrett, who finishes with 8 boards, 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists with no turnovers for Augustus Marshallonis, and 15 points and 10 rebounds for Paulus Morauskas, who once again takes the lead for double-doubles in this conference this season, but the man who he took the lead from will play a game from now. It is the point guard Ryan Nemhard from Gonzaga. Those two have gone back and forth for that title all season long, the leader in double-doubles. Of course, Nemhard doing it with points and assists. Morauskas, points and rebounds. The leading rebounder in the conference, Morauskas, the leading assist man